What's up, ballers? We just hanging. North, east, west, south. Deadline. What's up, guys? Coffee. You never let me down, babe. Quantum, what's up? Can you guys hear me okay? Big 310, what's up? Be enthused. Be enthused. Good to see you guys. Yeah. Late night treat. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Welcome back, ballers, to another episode of Hanging Loose on the News. You guys catch the pun there? What's up, Teach? Good to see you again. I know that we loosely committed to a bi-weekly Monday show. Life happens, right? Life happens, things happen, but that's what we do around here. We live life loosely. Obviously,
we're stats guys, you know. We're numbers guys, so we can get those averages up.
Yeah,
we'll be
could.
back. Yeah,
you could. Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, for anybody that has not seen this particular series before, I'll tell you right now, we start late. We jump on when we're ready to jump on. We hang loose around the world of news. You know what I mean? So very excited that we were able to kick off another episode. This is totally prepared, right? Like we just talked about a couple different things that have been popping up over the last, let's say, 4 to 8 weeks, a month or two. It's been a minute. There's always more and more to talk about. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun for us to get together, bring things back into fruition, and just shoot the shit. You know, I can always open up the phone line if people in the chat actually have anything they want to share, just about the news in general. And if you guys weren't listening to the song, NEWS, North, East, West, South, news, entertainment, weather, sports.
I got a new one to it, so we'll have to I'll rebuild the presentation of the news. But the New Times Roman is the font used in newspaper, and it comes from the Roman times.
Teach, you and I have been offline for the last hour, and you're I see what you did there. You left.
No, I just remembered that, to be honest.
No, I think that was intentional. I think you purposely waited for us to go live for that, but that is unbelievable. New Times Roman. The New Times. All roads lead back to Rome, right?
It's the hanging. Like, just to recap, that's why it's the headline. It's in the song.
Right.
Because they used to let people, the newspaper used to be like, yo, here's who's getting hanged this week.
And what did they have to do? They had to meet their deadline, right?
Or they got the headline.
They needed to hit their deadline to make the news, to make the headline news. It's all right there.
Breaking.
Shout out to
Neck,
you, Teej.
your neck,
Honestly,
your
I've
neck,
never
your neck, and it's breaking news. You know
right.
what I'm
So
saying?
the line, the headline, the deadline, the news, hanging loose on the news. So welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys get the joke, the play on words. It's not even us making a joke about it. We're pointing out the joke that they put on us about all of this, right? I mean, the whole history of where news came from happened way before any of us were alive. Any of us. Anybody watching right now, you're going to tell me that you were alive back then when they were doing public hangings and all that shit? But shout out to you, Teej, for really opening my eyes with that whole concept. And I think that that's kind of why we started just kind of joking about getting together every once in a while and hanging loose on the news, right?
Definitely hanging.
So without further ado, Tej, just for those that might not be familiar with you or watching any of our other streams, but yeah, if you can just let folks know a little bit more about you, where they can find you, anything you're working on, and where they can support you.
Yeah, I'm a pretty, I don't know. I used to advertise as like a psychedelic, but psych meaning mind, delic meaning like delicacy, opening, mind opening podcast. So like there to make y'all like, I don't know. But then I kind of do it in a goofy way, and I like to be goofy. I need to reamp what like my personal bio is. I say it's like a jack of all trades, master of fun. I know a lot. I'm like a Swiss Army knife of various things. Not good at one, but a tool that can do it all kind of thing. So I don't know. I riff on that. It's just been I just took on some work, so I haven't been doing it as much, but I used to do it. It's like year 5 now, so I gotta like take the break, just building up the like years on it. So excited to get back on that. This is all part of that process as well. So you can find me mostly on Instagram would be my most frequented, but I just opened up TikTok for the first time in 6 months, and I have like 50,000 followers on there. So like I used to go live on there and stuff. But you can't do anything, like, you can't, like I'm pretty sure you can't swear on there, like, you definitely can't smoke cigarettes on there. I know that. Like, it'll, like, end your life, I'm pretty sure if you, like, if you're, like, hacking darts. Yeah.
Well, so would smoking cigarettes, no? So they say. There was a time when they said that smoking cigarettes was good for you.
Yeah,
And then that
smoking on a
changed,
plane,
right?
just buying a pack in the airport, buying the duty pack, and just darting it on the plane sounds like a
Just
pretty good time,
big
you know?
flame, like you're on the plane.
Old school Zippo lighter, yeah, just like smoking
Sorry
cigars.
guys. I get nervous with flights.
Smoking
You're
big cigars on the plane,
breaking
like,
the
"Raw,
flame.
you
Yeah.
see?" You know, you're like
Sorry, I don't fly well. I gotta, smoke my whatever the hell it is. It
"Raw, you
relaxes
see?"
me. It relaxes me. See.
The year was 1952.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is funny. Uh, so, how's the band stuff going? By the way, I know we didn't talk about that,
Pretty
but
rad. I'm recording tomorrow. Boom, 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 recording the bass, man, slapping the bass
you
tomorrow.
slapping the bass, man?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
even a bass player, but I have been for like 6, 7 months. A guitar player, it's the same. And I started on bass, but I was always a good songwriter, so I always ended up on guitar. And I just wanted to play bass, but I was ended up on guitar because I'd write cool riffs and stuff. But now I get to like finally play some bass, so pretty stoked.
That's cool, man. Good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
But you're also the lead singer of the other band that you were
yeah,
telling me?
yeah. I was singing,
And you don't play
frontman in
any
another band.
instruments?
No, I might have to. I'll probably do some maybe some shaker. I don't know. I'm musical. I might do some stuff in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
feel like
now
it
when
would be weird.
those guys are in so many bands, so it's like very slow. The other band's like about to get rocking a bit. But it's like, I don't know, it's heavy, it's very niche, but try to keep it likable. We're pretty like people like I've got messages where they're like playing in a heavy band isn't high vibe, and I'm just like, music's like all in the all exists. It's all the colors, you know. So I don't know. The dark music's like, it's like face the beast rather than like avoid it. Where I find like pop music's like super satanic. It's like deception.
Well, we'll talk about some deception a little bit, but thank you, Teach, for introducing yourself again. Once again, I'll just say TJ's one of my OGs, one of my dearest friends, but also one of my first. As soon as I started losing, you know, blood friends and family, if you will, on this truth journey, I've been blessed to meet new people along the way. TJ was probably first in the door. Say, hey, what's up, dude? You know, and you know, Teach.
Well, it was so unique
yeah.
because you just like were like sports gematria, and I found you with like, you had like max 200 250 followers. Like I found you early.
Yeah. Oh, very early. Yeah.
And I was just like, this guy is doing sports gematria. Like it just like, I was like, I knew, because I always like, I've been betting on like the fantasy, like daily fantasy FanDuel, DraftKings and stuff since 2016. So like I've been an avid bettor as well, like forever, and I know a lot about it. And I would use astrology, I would use numerology, but I never like, you just was like, you know, I was like, whoa, this exists. Like this guy does this. Like what? Just like very mind opening for sure.
I appreciate that because that's the only way I found this kind of work. Like just thinking beyond what's being put in front of us, right? Like we found each other through gematria, through the sports things. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Teach. This is not a knock on you, but if I met you across the street and you were like, hey man, you want to go one-on-one play basketball? I would be like, for what? Because I will wipe the floor with you. And I just say that because I'm a competitor and I grew up playing basketball. You know, people who know me,
but
like Klay Thompson, all that kind of stuff. But like, I've learned too that you can't judge a book by its cover. Because as soon as I started talking to you more, I was like, oh shit, you know what? I got a feeling if you and I went one-on-one, I'm still confident in myself, but I got to feel like I got a feeling that you have some chicks up your sleeve. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like, yeah. And it is because I don't look the part. And like,
well, you look like Fred Durst right now. Are we going to talk about why you're dressed like Fred Durst for a second?
I'm a baller, bro. But because I don't look like a baller, but I walk on the court and have the swagger of one, it doesn't make sense. And I just get guarded so hard because they're like, I'm not going to let that guy score on me. So
especially this redheaded, long-haired, flat-billed,
except for sometimes
John Lennon glasses-wearing Canadian. I'm sorry, I didn't want to turn this into just a bagging on TJ.
Yeah, well,
I'm totally joshing you. You know that. Or do I? I don't know. Did he freeze?
Oh, no. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. You still with me, Teach? Did you bail on me already?
New internet. Anything can happen on the new internet.
No, I was just joshing your physical appearance, but then bringing it back to I love you front and back, brother.
I'm still in costume because I was in a video shoot today.
Please tell me you were portraying Fred Durst.
No, if anyone in chat could guess, it's I'm Bill Murray, and I'm double Bill Murray actually. I'm Bill Murray from a specific movie, but then underneath, I am also Bill Murray. It's all part of the wardrobe. It's Team Squad, and it's an actual Bill Murray jersey. So yeah, it wasn't scripted, but it was written.
Well, you know what? I think that's a pretty profound line.
And I got to throw out gang signs at the they got a shot of me doing some gang signs. It was like greeting someone, and it's the bunny, so it's like the shadow puppet bunny, and the character's name was Bunny, so it was like I got to greet him, and I was like, "Yo, Bunny," in like the movie shoot. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Did you call him?
I was looking like Fred Durst, just going like, "Yo, Bunny." Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I just realized this. The bass player of Limp Bizkit just died since we last spoke. So how about that? Let's start there. Did you look into anything about, I mean, especially with you playing bass in one band and then you being the lead singer and you dressed exactly like Fred Durst right now, I would expect you to have a lot to share about the death of the bass player.
Bill Murray as Fred Durst.
You heard about that though, right?
Correct.
Any thoughts? Was there anything that you saw about it? If not, that's fine. I mean,
well, it was just like he was so much more upstaged by the other members. He was a notable bass player and musician and everything, but he was like upstaged by Fred
right.
Durst.
Everyone's like, "Who's this guy?" But
And
then
then
as soon as it
like
says
there was
Limp
two like
Bizkit bass player, you go,
yeah.
"Oh, okay, that's who he is." Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, like, there's that
What?
whole thing with drummers. Because there was a drummer that died recently too. I don't even remember where from, but like there's a whole thing with drummers in 38 and 83 and you know, them dying on those date durations, date numerology, all that stuff. But I never thought about the bass. And for me, here's another example, Teach. You know that I'm a huge Blink-182 fan, right?
Yeah.
I'll say it. Sorry for anybody that doesn't like the music. Yeah, there's a lot of esoteric, symbolic, Freemasonic stuff going on with Blink-182. Well, growing up with it, I didn't know about any of that. My point is like, you know, you think about all the shit that Travis Barker has gone through, but mainly with me in my life, I always loved Mark Hoppus. I love that he didn't have tattoos back in the day. I kind of wish I had tattoos now. But what's so crazy about Mark Hoppus is that I only went on to find out that him and I have the same birthday and we're both Pisces. Right? So there's like that whole fish connection with what we were just talking about. The bass player or a bass fish, right? Spelled the exact same way, right?
Do you know that Mark Hoppus helped the United States military find Osama bin Laden?
Well, yeah, well, dude, here's a whole other layer to it. I know that because I read his book called it's like Blink 9/11 or Fahrenheit 9/11. It was something
Fahrenheit,
like that.
Fahrenheit 182.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it's called. That's exactly what it's called. So it was a play off of Fahrenheit 9/11, but guess what, dude? And this is something, shout out to Sean Desad, widow's son. He knows my birthday and it's public now at this point, but I was born on the Ides of March, right? Once again, Mark Hoppus's birthday. You want to see what's super crazy about all of this with what we just pointed out, the title of Mark Hoppus's book, which came out last year, telling his story about Blink-182. Okay. My 9th birthday was exactly 911 days before 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I was 11. Where are the fire emojis? Where is everybody? I mean, that is the most unbelievable thing I've ever learned about myself. And once again, shout out to Sean Desad, widow's son. He's the one that shared that with me. I didn't find that myself. He reached out to me and was like, dude, did you know that your 9th birthday was 911 days before 9/11? And at that time you were 11? I'm like, what? No, I didn't know. Thanks for sharing. Now I don't know what to make of it other than that it's just unbelievable.
Well, I kind of like I don't know if we did a show even since then. I'm sure we have, because my band, the heavy band, Bang, we're called, like the onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Our first show we played was on 9/11. It was just like it was
That's right,
kind of
but
like
that was
yeah.
November 9th, right? Last week? Or no. It was 9/11, actual 9/11.
Yeah, we played. Well, we played on this 9/11 though. Just like
I
it was like,
remember that.
yo,
Yeah.
so yeah, our first band practice was April Fools, and then our first live performance was 9/11.
Did you do that on purpose, knowing that April Fools is 4/1 and the Pentagon
Oh, I know a lot. Yeah.
started construction on September 11th, 1941?
Oh well, I know what the numbers be numbing about
So
for sure. Yeah.
I know that you had that planned out in
But
the
it's
back
funny
end.
that it's also like that's just there's a joke there instantly though. It's April Fools and 9/11. It's like, and we busted in with the 9/11 jokes too. Like we did a whole like stop the song, and then he's like, "I've just been informed a plane has hit the second tower," and then we started the song.
How did the crowd react to that?
I don't know. I don't even who even knows. When you're on stage, you can't even like. It's just like you're doing your own thing, but we just do it anyways.
Did you do this in the
And we told
US
the
during
promoter, we were like, no, it's in Canada, but at the same time, it was like not like there was no one else would have been making those jokes, but we're like, yo, we had it like built into our songs. Like,
Oh, so that was already a part of the song, or you had planned to do it?
we know we did. We like put it in there for it to be like funny. Like
Oh.
we kept like, yeah,
Well,
9/11 jokes. Yeah.
I mean, as a disclaimer, we're not here to make fun of 9/11. We're here to make fun of the story they tell us about it. How about that? There's a difference there, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna overlap my slide here. Ball don't lie, 3 L's in ball. AJ. Thank you for watching. The first one though, Tej, most of these I kind of threw your way here. I've been talking about Klay Thompson for years. I mean, I grew up with Klay Thompson. No, I didn't grow up with him. I played basketball with him in high school. We were on the freshman team, and he leaped up to varsity. I did JV. I quit, and he went on to become one of the greatest shooters of all time. And I wrote a book about him 5 years ago now called Clay of the Earth, as I started to lean into this knowledge about how crazy synced everything is, and only found out how crazy clay is linked to water. And fast forward to now, what I want to point out is, and I've been talking about this for a long time on this particular YouTube channel. Don't believe me? Just go back and watch my videos. I've pointed out several times that it's very strange to me that Megan the Stallion is romantically involved with Klay Thompson. Okay. The whole horse symbolism. And next year is going to be the year of the fire horse, right? And next year's Super Bowl is being held on February 8th. Well, I'll give you a guess. There's only 2 people in this slide here. One of them have that February 8th birthday. It's Klay Thompson. Shocker. So Klay's birthday is on the date of next year's Super Bowl. It's being held in San Francisco. Weird, because Klay Thompson's best known for playing in San Francisco, but he just left San Francisco to become what? A horse, maybe? A Dallas Maverick? A Maverick. And right around this time, he's dating the Maverick, and then now he's also he became a Maverick, and now he's dating the Stallion. And now the Stallion is eyeing the Super Bowl to be held in San Francisco, where Klay just came from, right before the year of the horse. You guys see what I'm saying? That to me is mind blowing.
But
whether this happens or not, I don't know. Like, she might not perform in the halftime show, but the fact that they're even bringing this up is like, wow, just crazy. In my opinion, this whole Klay, the horse leaving San Francisco, Megan the Stallion now wants to perform at the Super Bowl. So, what are your thoughts, brother?
wild. Well, you're the horse, but then Clay's the water. He's the sign of Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State Warriors lineup used to be for years like their main lineup. What would their main lineup be? I would know all their astrology signs for sure.
Are you
So
talking
Steph-
about? Are you talking about when they like were winning?
So here's what it was. It was Steph, Pisces, Clay, Aquarius, Andre Iguodala, Aquarius, Draymond Green, Pisces, and Kevin Looney, Aquarius. That was like their main starting lineup for like 2 or 3 years. That was like one of their most winning lineups too.
Yeah.
So it was, Pisces. It was only Pisces and Aquarius.
Okay.
And it's like the water. But aside from that, it's just like the clay has so much to do with the water, and it's like the water horse. So what is the
The
water?
water horse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What else can you share about the water horse? Because
That's what I mean.
I don't.
What do we? But that's got to be a clue to that for sure. That's just decode on the fly for sure.
Yeah, because
I
I'm
should
not
know the water
sure.
horse. It sounds like it should be. Well,
I was going to say to recap with clay and water. Tej, if you have read my book, or if you don't have it, please, I'll send it to you.
I might have it.
Yeah, but I wrote this 4 or 5 years ago, so you were probably the first person I sent it to. If you read it or not, like, it was a long time ago. But to recap, why is clay connected to water? Well, he went to Washington State. His brother and I share the same birthday. We're both Pisces. Everybody in Clay's family, his immediate family, are all water signs. Okay. But hold on a second. Tej, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, he is. Hold on. Yeah, he's an Aquarius. He's an Aquarius. I would have to
Not
go
a
back
water sign, but it's the water bear.
Well, aqua, water, right? So and Clay's even talked about it. But what I was going to say is that his younger brother Trace, him and I have the same birthday. Clay's February 8th. That's his birthday. That's next year's Super Bowl. What? Sorry, go ahead. What's
Right,
up?
did you said that I read it? There's a movie called The Water Horse, and one of its release days is February 8th.
Okay, send that to me right now, Tej. I'm not joking. Send that to me right now, please.
I'm just on the Water Horse Legend of the Deep Wikipedia.
The Water Horse movie, is that?
Yes.
Because now I don't think you're going to send it to me. I'm going to have to look this up myself.
It says one of the releases. So in the UK, it was released February 8th, 2008. 2828. And 28 days in the moon cycle. They know what they be doing.
Bro. Dude, what? We just started this stream. And now, and there's 28. We're 28 minutes streaming at 28, 20. Oh my.
Yeah, dude. Chilling, man. Dude, that's how the day goes, man. Not your average Monday. Wherever that song goes. Manic Mondays.
Sorry about that. I needed to step aside. I'm sorry. I needed that moment to just kind of realize what just happened. But really quick. Oh, hey Cody. Hey, not sure. You probably left as soon as I walked off stage for a second, but
oh yeah,
it's Neptune.
I was just digesting that. Yeah,
it's Neptune, the god of horses and sea. Ooh, oh, that's right. Yeah, because Neptune. We talked about this with Rambo last week. Neptune is blue. Blue represents Neptune. Clay's wearing blue. He's always wore blue. Now that I think about it, except when he was at Washington State.
Blue is still black is Saturn, but blue is connected to black and like it's Saturnish. But blue would be Neptune would be more in the aqua, in my understanding of the color and the planets and everything. Neptune, I'm sure there is a blue to it, but I would see it as more of the later past blue on the rainbow.
Is there
Roy G.
more?
Biv. It'd be more in the IV than the B in Roy G. Biv. Be more.
Is there anything else you could elaborate on as far as like the whole Neptune, god of horses and sea? Because I ask because people like you and Cody know way more about the zodiacs and like those kinds of things, and I'm always trying to ask more questions to better understand their relationships.
Yeah, Neptune is like there's a lot of deception to it for sure. Like it's also it's like he would rule like as far as like on a daily basis or to the humans, it rules our subconscious and more like our addictions and stuff. So like drinking or like all that would be like Neptune's playing a bit of a role in that for sure. Like
Okay.
that kind of thing, and like and diving too deep into your habits, like diving deep kind of thing. But like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's kind of like it's also like the theatrics a bit and stuff. You'll see a lot of symbolism. It's there's like a mystique and an allure to it that's what it does, but it's also like the sea too has like the waves and like the crash of it too. So you think you're just like flowing in the ocean and it's all good, and then like send those waves at you, and then you like
It's funny you say
you
that
know the
because
ocean could
I'm a
destroy
Pisces.
you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces too, just like Clay's brother. Same birthday. I share the same birthday with his brother, a year apart. I'm a Pisces. I'm a fish. I was born on 15/3. There's the miracle catch of 153 fish in the Bible, right? Am I Jesus? No, I'm not. But like decoding with Cody, hey, codes, honestly, and teach. If you're okay with it, I would like to at least unlock the door for Cody if he would like to come in here and kind of shoot the shit with us. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we're hanging.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. So Cody, I'm curious what you have to say about Neptune rules your sign, AJ. I don't
Yeah,
know
Neptune
what
is the ruler
I
of
don't know what I
Pisces.
don't know, so I'm just curious to learn more about what that means for me, right? I think all of us should continue to ask questions and better understand what any of this means for each of us.
But it does have a lot to do with the theater in a weird way. It's very Neptunian.
Yeah, Cody says that it governs the world of dreams, okay, like theater, the subconscious mind, and all things ethereal and intangible. Yeah, so kind of like theater, right? Like you go to theater, you're watching something, you think it's real, it's not, right? So thank you, Cody. I appreciate elaborating on that. And Cody, please make sure to make note of this movie that I'm so glad I searched it myself because I wouldn't expect you, TJ, to remind me of it. But the water horse, are you talking about the legend? Is it called The Legend of the Deep?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That one, which released on 2828.
Yeah. In the UK, it was released a different day, but definitely was released on 28.
Bro, this is huge. This is huge because Cody, if you're still listening, seriously, like, take me up on the open door here. But dude, the whole currency theme, Cody, listen to this. The water horse, the 2828 connection with what TJ just mentioned, released on 28 in 2008. The water horse. What have we been talking about for years at this point? You, Cody, longer than I have. Same with Rambo. Water and what? Currency.
Oh yeah, man.
Coins, money, just
River
money
bank.
and water. River, exactly, that whole thing. River banks, liquidity,
flow, cash
flow. Yeah, let's get the let's get the Canadian accents in here. Cash flow, liquidity. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Golden Age.
Fam.
Golden Age, thank you.
Fam. That'd be like the Toronto accent. Would be like
Golden Age is going to be the lead of the train here. Let's see if the chat can add more in here. We already said them, right? Liquidity, river banks, right? If you're in debt, you're underwater, right? Clay, kind of like clay of the earth. I mean, that's the whole point of the start of my book. But Clay went to Washington State. Where did his brother go? His older brother, Michael Thompson. He played for Pepperdine. What's Pepperdine's mascot? The Waves. Where is Clay every single summer? He's in the water.
Has he even been playing this year?
Bro, he's playing like ass. Clay, if you're watching right now, dude, can you just give me your jersey because you're embarrassing yourself, dude?
I would
And
just
dude, hold on, really quick. Last thing, and this is in my book as well. Chime. Notice that it Chime, bro. The whole Cash App Chime thing, the whole green connection. He's been connected to green and currency for a long time. And in my last book, I talk about the whole like pooling of cash, and it's him talking to all these other celebrities. And so, anyways, I'm not going to reread my book right now. I'm just saying, like, crazy.
We brought that up on past episodes with Dame Dalla playing for the
Yes.
Bucks.
But
But Dame Dalla and Klay Thompson were both in Space Jam 2.
Yes, that's
so
right.
is AD, and then who else was? I have to remember that. I was still like, I was in full decoder mode when I tried to watch that, and I was like, I can't handle this. Like I was like too Neo mode. I was like, I saw too many codes. It was tripping me out.
But dude, what's really tripping me out right now, just with us having casual conversation, the fact that you're bringing up a movie that released in the UK on the date written 2/8 in the year 2000. I see it right here, literally. How did you find this so fat? Like, bro, that's why I had to leave. I was like, dude, I need to just walk off the screen for a sec. This is unbelievable, Teach. This is freaking insane. And I hope Cody's still watching, because the movie The Water Horse released on 2/8, the date of this upcoming Super Bowl in the year 2008. Klay Thompson, born the same day. He's a water sign. He's dating Megan Thee Stallion. He's now playing. I can't keep up with this, dude. I'm losing it. You are blowing my socks off right now, bro. And I'm sorry that I'm rambling. This is just, God. Chat, help me out, you guys. Are you guys feeling this way? Because right now I'm trying to just keep.
Oh, I was just scanning the whole.
The Water Horse Legend of the Deep.
I was just scanning.
That's the full name of it. Oh my God, dude. Oh my dude, I can't do this right now. No, I just mean like, as far as that particular thing, like that totally I need to marinate in that for a little bit. Cody says I'll come on for maybe 20 minutes after that. I think I need bed. That's fair. That's fair, brother. I will let me get the link. I will send it over to you in the Discord, brother. Because Teach, seriously, like you bringing up that movie, like that is totally right up my alley, dude. Wow. And it's typically those like movies that are very, what do you call it? Most people don't know about it, right? But they put them out for a reason, you know. Cody, I just sent you the link, so hope to see you soon, brother. And hey, you can just pop in for a couple minutes, no worries.
I got a bit more on the Water Horse.
Please, I want to hear this.
So the Water Horse, in the like lore of Celtic and Scottish lore, and kind of like cryptids, or just like the lore, it was called a Kelpie or Kelpie, Kelpie. So that that pi on the end, the PIE, very important, because it's going to come down to the USD, which in reduction is 314, a coin being a circle, pi. So is Canada, CAD. It's 314 as the numbers. So that this water horse in the folklore is called the Kelpie or Kelpie.
Well, and that, yeah, the 314 obviously equating to pi, 3.14, and Steph Curry. By the way, Klay Alexander Thompson equals 314, and his splash brother was Steph Curry. He was born on 314, the first year that Pi Day was coined. But hey, Coates, thanks for hopping in really quick, dude. No pressure. You can hop in and out. I appreciate you jumping in because Tej is like blowing my mind right now with this whole water horse movie. And I know that you and Tej just have way more knowledge than I do on this kind of topic. So I appreciate you jumping in.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be on for a little bit. Like I said, I don't know how much energy I really have, but I'll I somehow I operate on fumes right now. Like
Yeah.
all day was like a huge day decoding the Cowboys game, and yeah, so but yeah, the what I'm seeing here is the same theme that I've been on with the Colts. And by the way, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was gonna say TJ meet Cody,
TJ,
Cody
yeah.
meet Tej.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
But yeah, so yeah, it was a pretty crazy how he brought that up, and it was all the same day because we've been talking about a lot of things with the Super Bowl lately, and it's interesting because the Colts theme, um, I've already connected that with Scotland, and then this movie because the Colts connect with Scotland because I told you that the horse and the lion, right, on the United
Mhm.
Kingdom flag,
Mm.
the lion represents England, and the unicorn or the horse represents Scotland. And then we find out this movie is the it's about Scotland. I as soon as I looked it up, I was like, ah, here we go again. Scotland. Of course, Scotland has the blue flag, blue and white,
Mm-hmm.
like the Colts. And yeah, so if the Super Bowl is going to be a theme of the like I said before, and that's also I don't know. I thought I saw that it was. Why does it say the Chronicles of Narnia on it? From the
Hmm.
okay, it says on the cover of the. I mean, I guess I can share my screen. Hold on.
Yeah, you can. Of course.
But on the cover of the movie, it says the Chronicles of Narnia, and that I don't know if you remember AJ, but when I was talking to you and Rambo about the flag of the UK and the Colts connection to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned the Chronicles of Narnia because in
Mm-hmm.
that movie or in that book, C.S. Lewis depicts the horse, the unicorn, and the lion. You know, the main character of the movie is, of course, Aslan, the lion, but there's also the unicorn in that movie, which represents it's the mythical figure of Scotland. And the unicorn was said to have been able to kill a lion. So and it's all about like uniting the kingdom, like a unicorn uniting the kingdom. So
Cody, did you ever? I'm sure you did. I just want to emphasize this for the viewers. That slogan at the top.
what does that say? Oh, yeah, I can
Yeah, I
barely read.
noticed that a minute ago. How do you keep a secret this big?
How do you keep a secret this big?
Notice it says Christmas too, because it actually released initially on Christmas.
Okay.
That's
So
huge. That's a
when you
big
think
one.
about Christmas, you think about secrets, right? You have a present. It's kept secret until Christmas Day,
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yep. Definitely.
and that's Neptune. That's the subconscious, something that comes from you're not really aware of, right? It's a secret.
So Cody, what was it more about my connections with Neptune? Like in the chat, you said you are synced with Neptune. I was just
Well,
curious.
just that your ruling sign or your sign is ruled by Neptune is what I meant. Like
Mhm.
just your Neptune rules
Pisces is ruled
Pisces.
by Neptune. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
And it was on a Thursday, which I know is ruled by Jupiter. Is there?
you were born on a Thursday, you mean?
So
Yeah, my actual birthday was a Thursday in 1990,
Uh-huh.
which I know. I know that Jupiter is Thursday. I know that.
Right.
I didn't
so
really know much about the Neptune stuff, so that's why
the two. Well, that's
um,
that's
I'm
Neptune's
asking.
allure.
Well, your like the Neptune thing, like I said before, I think people Pisces are very intuitive. It's one of the
Mhm.
things. My mom's a Pisces. She's very intuitive. But that's also a woman thing, you know. Women are
But
very
that's
intuitive.
like all water signs are. It's like intuition is like water
Yeah.
too. It's like
So yeah, I mean that's it's interesting though. I mean, I don't know what that would mean for the Jupiter aspect. I mean, being born on the day of Jupiter, it's more about where your sign is. But then again, you have all this thing of like sidereal,
hmm
because in sidereal you might not actually even be a Pisces, like the actual placement of the planets in the sky when you're born, you might not have actually been a Pisces.
Yeah.
So, like for
Well, no,
me,
I was just asking more of like, I don't know, the relationship between Jupiter, which is named after the day I was born, to the connections you guys are talking about with Neptune, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So I'm trying to like understand this big Lego over here, and I'm trying to link it with the
true.
smaller Lego, if that
Well,
makes sense.
one small Lego, since you were born on a Thursday, Jupiter is all about expansion. So it's about expanding,
Mm-hmm.
expanding
Okay.
further for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's kind of a thing for all of us, right? We're all trying to learn and grow. So,
Well, I was born on a Wednesday, so I'm like
what about you,
a
Codes?
a Mercury day born.
Okay, so
yeah, I
you're
mean,
Wednesday, I'm Thursday. Are you
yeah,
Friday,
I'm
Cody?
Tuesday because remember we actually have the
Ah, there you
same
go.
pattern as Rambo. Remember we talked about this last week. Rambo's a Wednesday too, so it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday again.
Oh, there you
It's like
go.
me, you, and Rambo.
We're like right in the middle of like away from the weekends, it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and Tuesday, you know, Tuesday's the war. So I'm not much of a war person though. I'm not a fighter at all. That's weird, but well, I guess in a way I am. I am like a
I was gonna say you are, but in a yeah, I mean, are you gonna clench your fists? Yeah, if someone's threatening you, yeah, you would, but you're not gonna fight
yeah. I
the
mean, I
way
guess
that people mostly think, right? But you are fighting a battle that
well,
most people are not, brother. I'll tell you
well,
that
yeah.
right.
That's what makes it interesting is that I I am very like when I am into something, I'm very forward at it. Like there's no stopping me.
Yeah.
So like that, I guess that's really does come out. But yeah, I technically I'm like right on the if on sidereal astrology, I'm like right on the verge of
hmm
um I'm a Gemini in normal astrology, and I'm a Gemini, but I'm on the verge of Cancer. But technically, I looked at my chart, like my actual line placement. I'm actually a Taurus, which is weird to say.
Huh.
So I don't know what to believe. I follow an astrology, Decode Your Reality, right? He's got
Yeah,
a pretty big channel,
yeah,
but he
Teach. Are you familiar with Logan Decode Your Reality? Because I know that's a big
Yeah, he
channel.
one time snuffed me. Oh, I don't want to get public on it, but he basically snuffed me in a email, and like 3 days later, I was on like a gematria like show thing with like thousands of people watching, and I like corrected him like record
Oh, okay.
scratch kind of thing. It was like a funny little karma thing, and so then I had a bad taste about it or whatever. But it was funny because like my argument was like I was bringing up Kobe because they were like, no, it's like they were saying less was rigged than it was, and I was like, no, no, no. And then I started bringing up Kobe like crazy, and then
Yeah.
it was just everyone was like, oh, it's like this big
I
panel
so
thing. Yeah,
it
it's cool.
sounds to me it's kind of like the same really debate, like well, from what it seems like from the gematria numbers community, right? Versus someone like Logan, who I very much appreciate and respect his work
Yeah,
too.
I watched them forever, like
Yeah,
forever.
and I know that Cody does too, and like there's a lot of support all around. I think where that kind of that example is the whole really just it comes down to the debate of like, well, how rigged is it really? Is it actually rigged, or is it literally in the stars? Like it's going to happen no matter what, right? It comes down to that conversation, I would say. In my opinion, I think that's where things kind of get a little salty. Even though we're all on the same team.
well, ultimately, I don't see why it can't be a bit of both. Like that's how
I
I always do.
That's literally my answer, Cody. Every time I
Like,
go, how can it not be a little bit of both, you guys? Like, yeah. Good
well,
answer.
and again,
Yeah, I like that.
I don't necessarily. Sometimes I don't necessarily. I don't know how much free will we even actually have. So the question is, like, what actually are we arguing about? Are we arguing about
Mhm.
who has the free will or what doesn't have the free will? So again, there could be an argument, but I don't really need to get into the argument. I like just finding the connections. Who's doing it? Yeah, there's people doing stuff. Like, it's not just by the numbers. There's people doing bad stuff every day, and
Oh, and now he's getting cut off. Can you
symbolism,
hear me,
but they
Teach?
clearly do.
Oh, there. Okay. Wait. Oh, Teach, can you hear me okay right now?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Are you hearing Cody cut out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I do agree that it's like, I feel like we have the ability to change the outcome of like sports if we believe in it enough, kind of thing. Like we could influence our energy of our own reality is like enough through a collective of a few to change the outcome of sports, kind of thing.
But are you saying
It's like they're rigging it? Just it's same thing, or it's like we can wizard back to sports. Like it's like those wizards are wizarding the sports. I feel like there's like for me, it feels like very puppet master, some sort of crystal ball. They talk about it like in hockey a lot, like the hockey gods, and I've seen that where I felt like I was like helping influence like a Blue Jays games once, and it like clipped after to like the sports commentators, and they're like, the baseball gods must have been out here tonight, and I was like, yeah, me. So I feel like we can collectively like change reality because of our like just the way that they can rig their sports, we can rig it against them.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
but you have like
I'm just going to check on Cody really.
Yeah.
Cody, hey Cody, you still out there, or did we? Is it completely cut off? Usually it'll just drop off.
I think I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you were cut out for a bit, and then
we can hear you now, brother. Sorry, we
air.
didn't mean to talk over you. But yeah, Cody, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just listening. I was just saying, like, I kind of had that feeling tonight, you know, like I actually did a video.
Oh my God, is this happening again?
Before it happened, you know.
Oh man.
Well, I felt like you had something very cool to say there too.
Dude, I don't know. Oh man, this is getting kind of weird. It's like every time Cody's like, "Yeah, okay. Oh, I got my voice."
Yeah.
Cody,
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Talk quick. Go.
I don't know what's going on here. It seems like every time I start talking, it's
dude. Seriously, yeah.
What was I was gonna say something and now I forgot.
Well, we were just talking about just kind of like this whole battle between.
You
like,
thought you might have
fully
influenced sports through your vibe a bit today or something, because that's what
no,
I said.
That was you, TJ.
Well, I said that, but then you were like, "Oh, even tonight." That was kind of what we heard.
No, like okay, yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I was talking about what he was talking about because I again I sent you this AJ on the chat, but all day I was onto this Cowboys game because long story short, like every game this year, almost every game has had a 44 connection. The Cowboys either they scored 44, they either lost to a team that scored 44, or the total of the game was 44. And then it just so happens that today they were playing again, the only game today on the 44 days left in the year, right? So I knew there had to be something. So that's why I dug so deep into it. I was like, well, this is prime real estate to really go for like a small little bet and see if I can hit something, because it just seemed like if there's going to be a game to predict, this one should have a 44. Well, I all day was looking into it and I stumbled across this huge riddle with John Cena, because John Cena was in the Garden tonight, Madison Square Garden, for the last time. And it brought me back to Sean's work with the Garden. He was talking about the Garden of Eden, how Snake Eyes was connected to the Garden of Eden when Charlie Kirk happened. And then, so long story short, John Cena's in the Garden while the Cowboys are playing, right, in Sin City. Well, Sin in the Garden with the snake. And John Cena was in the same movie.
JC.
And John Cena was in the same movie this year as Carla Gugino. And Carla Gugino was the woman in Snake Eyes who watched Charles Kirkland in the movie get shot. And in this movie this year with John Cena, Carla Gugino plays Elizabeth Kirk, the vice president, and she gets shot in the neck in that movie this year. Did you know that, AJ? We just found that out today.
No.
Carla Gugino, who played the woman in white in Snake Eyes in 1998, She watches Charles Kirkland in that movie get shot. And then she played in the movie Heads of State this year, and she got shot in the neck.
Bro, that was the one thing.
And she says
Sorry.
Charlie in the movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, yeah, Cody, I'm just saying, like, wow. You've mentioned all of that up to the point of, and she gets shot in the neck. Like, I never saw the movie. But you're telling me the same movie that you've been talking about for the last like month, right? And this isn't, I'm sorry if it's coming off condescending. I'm just having a mind-blowing moment. You're telling me this same movie that you've been talking about, the same actress who played the blonde-haired in Snake Eyes, who then went on to play the vice president in what was it again called? Something Heads of State. Her character in that movie that just came out, she gets shot in the neck too. Is that am I getting all that right?
Yeah, exactly. She's playing the vice president in that movie. She gets shot in the neck as she's talking to John Cena. As she's talking to John Cena, who's the president in the movie. Now, listen to this. Right before she gets shot in the neck, she tells John Cena, "You're just jealous because I'm a better actor than you." That's her last words.
And then she gets shot in the neck right after saying that?
Exactly. Go watch the clip. It's on Joseph. Go to Joseph's after you're done with this. Go to Joseph's page, Joseph Aquaviva. He made a post, and there's a Facebook link to the clip he put out. And
oh my God, dude.
And so John Cena, again, tonight was his last match. And what's happening tonight? The Dallas Cowboys, and they had all the 44 stuff. Well, shooting equals 44 in gematria, killing equals, or kill equals 4.
Yeah.
Well, 17, tonight's the 17th, right? Or it was. 17 is the 7th prime and 7 is the 4th prime. So it breaks down to 4 again. But what happened was I had found this code with Madison Square Garden, and that just 4 days before Madison Square Garden broke ground, there was a game between the Cowboys and the Cardinals. The game finished 31-13. And that was the score I was having in my head that it would be tonight. And I was like, are you kidding me? And 31-13 is a total of 44, right? And then I bet on that, and I was like a huge bet, of course. And the game turns out that it was as close as you could probably get. It's so close to 31-13, but it was 33-16. Like, and think about it, 33-16 is not when's the last time you've seen an NFL game finish with that score?
16 is a very rare. 15 too, kind of, yeah. 15 and 16 are.
Well, let me tell you why though. It was not about the 4s. I was on the 4s, right? But it was all about the 17s. Why was it about the 17? Because John Cena is known as the never seen 17. Since he won his 17 championship this year, he became the never seen 17. Okay. And what's 1633? If you look up the number, I'll share my screen for a second so you guys can see.
Yeah.
Look how perfect this is. So today's the 17th, and the final score.
I got to step aside for like 30 seconds, I promise. But please keep going, Coach.
The final score of the game was 16-33. That's the 17th star number. And in the tarot deck, the star card is the 17th card.
Whoa. And it's like that's Aquarius too.
Right.
Big Aquarius card.
And we're entering the age of Aquarius, right?
Oh, yeah. That's even, we haven't brought it up yet, but that was like just running just through what I have through my things with 6-7 and just what I found it meaning. I found a lot of age of Aquarius, floods, all that kind of thing, because that's what the kids are saying. So it's just like, it just seems to just be a reoccurring theme.
Yeah. It definitely is. It's a big theme that I think I should talk about it more, honestly, but it's something that,
and it's it's a biprime, meaning that there's only one multiplication that equals it. Money equals 71. Like money has to do with it too. So like it's in there. Sort of.
Yeah, and not only was this the final score 16-33, but if you're looking at it from the Cowboys side, they scored 33. They won by 17. So 33 minus 16 is 17. So not only is it the 17 star, but it's also a 17-point differential. How perfect.
Whoa.
So it was the most perfect score. But the thing is, they didn't even have this option on the sports books to even bet this. This 13-31 was an option on that. Was even, I was surprised that was even on there, but this option was not there. So AJ, let me explain what I said since you went away, because this is really crazy. So
yeah, my apologies, but I was catching on what you were talking about with the 17s.
okay, yeah. So John Cena, the never seen 17, the night he gets his last Raw appearance, the final score was 16-33, a difference of 17 points, and 16-33 is the 17 star. So it's the most perfect score you could have for the 17. It's like, how much more perfect could you get? A difference of 17 and the 17 star. It's improbable. And so again, it was, but what I did get right, which I nailed, absolutely nailed it. Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdowns 44 days ago, and I called it's an easy 4 touchdown game for him tonight. He had it within the first
44 days left. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
there was 44 days left.
I love that simple stuff. Like 40 what'd you say 44 days ago? He threw 4 touchdowns?
He threw 4 touchdowns only
he
time.
wears 4 number 4s on his uniform.
Right, exactly.
Right? Like that kind of stuff. It was like, wow.
Yeah, and he only threw 4 touchdowns once this year. One game. And it just so happened that today was 44 days later.
That's a really good one.
44 days left in the year. And I told you this Ferguson touchdown was like a book. I booked it because Ferguson his real name is John. I knew they were going to have a John score a touchdown as John Cena starring in Madison Square Garden. On top of that, he was exactly 2 months old today, this Ferguson guy, this tight end for the Cowboys. And it was in the Dallas Cowboys were playing the Skull and Bones team, the Raiders. And Madison Square Garden opened up 22,300 days ago, 223. Like John Cena's full name equals 223. It was just like perfect. And I did win a bet on that and made some good money. But the final score thing really got me, because I really thought the Cowboys were going to score 294 points for the season to get them to 294, which is the gematria of Dallas. And it would have been 294 days after their founding date. Like, I thought that was so perfect, but this 17 thing was what I missed. So anyway, that was a long-winded way of saying that there's perhaps a chance that, they saw my video and said, hey, we're not going to give him that. Maybe I shouldn't have made a video about it. I should have just seen if it played out without making a video. But because it was super close, man. The Dallas Cowboys had 31 points, and then there was a safety.
Yeah, exactly.
How often does that happen?
Yeah, exactly.
And there was a chance for it to be 31-13, like almost halfway through the game. It was still a really good chance for that to be the score, and then they just switched it up by a few points, like just 2 or 3 points there.
Yeah, and TJ and I have talked about this too, and Cody, I don't know if you and I have actually like had this type of conversation, and this doesn't have to be a whole elaborate thing, but it kind of like begs the question, in my experience over the last 5 going on 6 years now, of like just looking at games. It started very simple numbers. The numbers get better, your understanding, and then you meet people like Cody and TJ and Rambo, and you look at the other layers to it and all that stuff. But like, how many times have you seen a code so legit? Because I saw probably half your video, Cody, and you were like, dude, it was unbelievable. Like the stuff that you're pulling up. And yeah, some of it hit. Really good stuff too, by the way. I guess my main point is, and this is for both of you guys, like, at what point for you guys do you guys ever think like, oh, this is just way too good to be true? Like like this is so ridiculously perfect that it's not going to happen, because I say that because I've seen it with my own experience, where I've found just the most unbelievable codes where you could put it in a book of itself and hand it on a silver platter and it doesn't hit. Like, just being honest, like, it doesn't always work that way, but that's because it's just my own lens out of it. There could always be more, but it begs the question ultimately, like, do you guys ever find yourselves there where you're like, oh my God, it's unbelievable, but then you look up and you are kind of expecting to see that play out because it's so perfect and it doesn't? Like, what's your takeaway of that, I guess, is my main question.
Well, again, I just started really recently getting back into, I'd never really been a sports coder to begin with, but certain games I eye in on. And this one, I guess it was all about the 44s. Like, I knew there was going to be a 44, and Dak Prescott was the big 44 thing. But like, yeah, there's codes that don't hit because, I mean, you don't really know what the exact, where's the weight of the code, or is like, for instance, tonight the weight was on the 17. Like the 17 was the weight, right?
Yeah,
because John Cena was
John Cena in the whole set. Yeah, and
he had no
like you've been talking about, like, he's about to walk off stage like forever, right? He's not going to be doing, like, it's a big deal right now with John Cena, with what you've been talking about for a long time.
The whole thing was about him tonight. Like, it was no doubt about it, because like all the energy that got lifted into that stadium in Madison Square Garden, they, not just that, they brought back all their big stars tonight. They brought back Roman Reigns. They brought back Brock Lesnar. They brought back all these huge stars that haven't been around in a while. So a lot of energy got drained into that tonight. And at the exact same time, and I've proven this, WWE is now a part of ESPN. So they're even funneling more energy in connecting these sports. And we just had UFC 322. Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. As this is happening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And today's
that should be like a number you skip. Like, you should be like, all right, UFC 323. Like, you should just skip that one. Seriously.
Yeah.
If they were smart. Because we out here. Yeah.
Right. And like, they don't even need to give a reason. We're just gonna do 323 because we don't want all the conspiracy theorists out there to see it. But no, I mean, a lot of other channels have done great work, yourself included, Cody. Once again, I haven't got through the whole video that you did about UFC 322, but my God, dude, for me, the biggest thing was like, we got a guy named Islam.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, that was a lot, like, for me, because
that right there, I was like, do we need to see anything else?
But yeah, but like
on UFC 3, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, do we need to say anything else? Like, just look at it.
They just elected the first Muslim mayor of New York, and he's fighting in New York, and he's literally just born a week after the new mayor of New York, and they're both 1776 weeks old. That was the big part.
I will say though that Jack, that other guy, he had some gnarly connections with 322. So I thought it was gonna last a little longer, but the whole time I was like, dude, is like, the guy's name is Islam. Like,
like I don't know anything about UFC, to be honest, or much about it at all. Like, as far as the people involved. But
I think you would be surprised. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Cody. I'm just saying, I feel like you would be surprised as you dove more in. And I'm no expert either, but you got to think that there's a lot of overlap with UFC and WWE.
Well, they're owned by the same company.
Exactly. My point is like, the more you dive into it, you're going to go, oh, wow, this fighter is very much connected to this wrestler. Like, I'm anticipating that's the kind of stuff you would find.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would for sure. And maybe I'll have time to do that eventually, like look more into those fighters and stuff. But that one I had to do a video on, because I was like, are you kidding me? The guy's 1776 weeks old, and John Cena's about ready to be 1776 days old on his, no, he's going to be 1776 6 days old on his retirement match. So like, it's this repeated theme of America, like, and John Cena's always saluting in his poses. He's saluting like you do in a troops. And so it was just the Islam guy, and I had just did a video a week before, like I titled it The Islamic Takeover. And then I didn't even know about this fighter was going to be fighting a week later. I had no idea. So it's, I don't know what they're telling us, but I'm really looking at that December 7th date so crazy. I mean, that December 7th date looks so interesting.
Yeah,
considering-
yeah. Really quick, Teach, are you familiar with how big 20 December 7th this year is going to be? I just want to make sure that you know what's coming, because Cody, shout out to you, brother. This is all him. This is crazy. If not, that's fine. Like you could just be like, no, I haven't heard it yet.
Continue, please. Continue.
Yeah, continue. So Cody, take it away, please, because this is so nuts, Teach. I'm telling you, like, wow.
Well, it's I'll just give the simple short version.
Yeah, it's very simple. Very simple.
There's a lot of connections to it that I haven't even shown yet, but the main connection is just simply this. Well, let me first preface this by saying that there's obviously using this date. If you measure from the United States birthday, July 4th, 1776, to the day that Charlie Kirk's funeral was on September 21st, it was 9-10-25 days, in that order, 9-10-25. Well, that was his funeral, but that was 9-10-25 was the day he was shot. So the United States was 9-10-25 days old on his funeral, which was the day he was shot. So there's your preference.
Wow.
There's your
That's like it's such a loop. Like that's such like a
right.
I don't know, to put that in their brain. That's
no,
just,
exactly.
whoa,
that is
yeah.
a lot to like. It's so simple, but
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
you put
That's
it in
such
your
a
brain
loop.
and you go, wait, what? How does that?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
is that possible? How is that?
And
possible?
I even simplified that because I could have told you how old the United States was on his shooting day, which I could make a. I don't want to go there right now. Let's put it that way.
No, it's fine. Let's keep it simple. But that one right there is a lot. But
Right.
but it's not. It's so simple. I'll give you like one sentence. Boom. Now we're like, whoa, you know. But the other one,
So
that's
then
the one I'm waiting for.
So then we fast forward because we know that one already aligned. There's already something to the measuring from the United States birth. There's already something to that. So now we go to December 7th coming up, which is the 84th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which was considered the first 9/11 because 9/11 was considered the new Pearl Harbor, right? So 84th anniversary. The United States will be in this order, 9/11/01 days old on the 84th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And again, on 9/11, buildings 1, 2, and 7 fell. It was known as the New Pearl Harbor. So that by itself is crazy. But then you have to throw in the aspect that John Cena, the American patriot, the trooper, always saluting the troops, had a huge connection to 9/11 himself. He's going to be retiring on the 13th. So a few days, like a week after this December 7th date, right? But on the day that the United States turns 9/11/01 days old, John Cena is 1776 days old.
And the One World Trade Center stands at 1776 feet tall, right?
Right. And
sorry, time out really quick. Teach, you good? Are you taking it all in?
I'm so
I just want to make sure that like if you have questions, like
no, just absorbing for sure, processing.
Okay. For me, the biggest one, Cody, seriously, like that's to your point, and this still hasn't happened yet. Cody has emphasized it on his channel. I'm going to do the same. You guys, never, ever again in a million years is December 7th of this year coming up. It hasn't happened yet. Will it be exactly, Cody, keep me honest here, 91,101 days after after the founding date of America?
Right. That would be how you actually say the number. You said it the actual right way. I just keep saying 9/11/01. I can show it. Let me just show it.
Please do. Please do.
So it's easier to process.
I appreciate it, Cody. Thank you. Because it really is. This is like, it's so simple, but it's so mind blowing, Cody. Like the fact that like,
I don't understand why there's not more people actually talking about it. I mean, it's not even really like hard to understand. It's just mind boggling. It really is.
What's hard to understand is how it's possible if it's completely organic or if it's not. This should beg the question of like, what are we living in? is this right? Like, what are we living in? Because look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this.
When you look at it, especially, that's so in your face that way. Like
Exactly.
before you
That's
were
how
saying it,
you
we're like,
write
hey, that's like pretty
but now that you
trippy. But
see it,
now that you see
with
it,
your
you're like,
own
"Big
eyes.
rocks." Yeah, that's how
So
the
let me
days
just
are,
show you
yeah.
John Cena's age so you can see that too. So John
Yeah,
Cena, how old's he gonna be on that day? So that's his age on the same day.
America.
And yeah, and
Dude, seriously, no, America.
Yeah. John Cena.
John Cena. 17,760 days later. Yeah. Teach, write it down. New lyrics. You can do a whole
Well,
little blip on this. Dude,
he
that's
always-
what we should do. Hold on really quick before I forget the idea. TJ, this kind of stuff with what Cody's dropping, this is my, like, dude, right now might be the time to do this. The 9/11 connections, the 1776 connections, the John Cena connections. Can we utilize AI for the moment where we know that it's not good for us, but can we use it to make a 30-second thing where it's John Cena, America, 17,766 days. Yeah, America, founded in 1776.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like that, that would be so cool.
But yeah, I've definitely done like
Something like that, but
I've
we
definitely
don't.
done some 9/11 parodies and stuff like that too, though. They're pretty funny.
I know Cody would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I'm Grimloke, by the way.
Well, yeah, exactly. I always josh at TJ for being Canadian, but
that's why I had to say the America. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? I mean, just a classic Canadian like you are. There's plenty of things you can throw at my
That's
way.
What I mean, it's just,
but you don't though, because you're a Canadian.
But John Cena's no,
you're not gonna do that. Right?
No, I'm a little more. Canadians are too polite. I'm a little more. I'm like pretty obnoxious for a Canadian.
It's just me playing into the joke.
Yeah.
You know,
but John Cena is America's, like, it's just America. Like, he's like, usually, isn't his like outfit America? Like,
yeah.
America.
Well, Tej, really quick. I was meaning to ask you, were you ever a WWE fan?
Yeah. Oh, especially I grew up in the 90s. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so really quick,
Yo,
TJ,
yeah.
Can you at least enlighten Cody really quick of like your upbringing, understanding your fandom of WWE? Because I have zero. Like, since I met Cody, I told Cody, I was like, dude, I don't know anything about it.
No,
so I'm learning,
like,
but if you can update Cody, since this is the first time you guys are, collaborating, just bring him up to speed on like what you know and what you liked about, because I'm curious too. Like, what did you like about wrestling?
I always make Macho Man memes like all the time. I'm even followed. My account's followed by like one of the bigger Macho Man pages and stuff. And he likes like my conspiracy stuff, which is funny. Sometimes like he'll like my like edgy stuff. And it's like the Macho verse. Shout out Macho verse. I don't know. I was
favorite wrestler you had growing up or anything?
Jake the Snake.
In the Year of the Snake. I brought that up with you, Cody, a couple weeks ago about looking into Jake the Snake, because that could be a thing right now in the Year of the Snake and wrestling and everything. There might be a crazy gem with him.
Is for sure, because again, I just mentioned that John Cena was in the movie with Carla Gugino, who was in Snake Eyes, and then tonight he was in The Garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
the garden, the snake, Snake in the Garden. Yep.
Well, the whole thing was connected to the garden, like the Garden of Eden, and it's just crazy that Sean was talking about that right after Charlie Kirk was shot, talking about how it's all connected to the Garden of Eden, and and at the end of the day, it was just like, it was just all kinds of like garden symbolism: the snake, the sin of the tree, and remember Genesis 3:22 is where God says, they have become like one of us, knowing good and evil, right? That's Genesis 3:22. So it's really interesting that it all happened tonight, connected to the Skull and Bones Code, because it was it was all about the Skull and Bones code. Again, the guy who scored the touchdown, he was 322 months old. Tomorrow's the 322 day of the year. We just had UFC 322. So it seems that there was really a huge theme of the Garden of Eden. And it makes you wonder, like, what's going to happen within this. I think December is going to be an interesting. There's a lot of stuff and I remember how I told you that Joe Biden
Cody, I'm sorry, Cody, can you go back to the 91101, please, really quick? I just want to do this one more time, really quick, because what Cody has pointed out here is absolutely insane. It's never going to happen again. This is huge, right? We find things all the time and they're all amazing. Don't get me wrong, but this is one of those things where I really, really want to emphasize how much of a gem this is. And shout out to you, Cody. I don't know if you found this yourself. You might have, whatever. I'm giving the credit to you because you brought this to me and I was like, whoa, what?
Well,
whoever found it, I'm just saying, I just want to make sure more and more people are really, really understanding the alignment on December 7th this year.
Well, I'm not the first one to find it. I'm pretty sure that other people found it. For instance, I think Sean even told me about it first.
Okay.
Months ago, but it didn't register at the time. But once we got, but the John Cena thing, the 1776, how it lines up perfectly, that I found, and that blows my mind because think about it. We're measuring from 1776 to get this, the 91101 code.
But the other thing though is that I would argue that worldly, most people aren't wrestling fans. So the John Cena thing, yes, is absolutely incredible and it further cements everything. But what most people really need to remember is that December 7th is Pearl Harbor Day. Pearl Harbor Day, right? And Pearl Harbor was in 41. There's all the 41 stuff. But like you've said, Cody, 9/11 became known as the new Pearl Harbor, right? So 9/11 2001, 9/11/01 became known as the new Pearl Harbor. When did Pearl Harbor happen? December 7th. That's what we're looking at right here. That is the most unbelievable thing. Like, I just really, really, really want to drive that home. How big this is. This is so crazy.
It's so important to mention, though, that it's the 84th because in gematria, United States of America equals 84 in basic reduction gematria. And 12 times 7, like the date, is 84.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we just had all these people dying at 84. We just had we had Bob Trumpy, who wore the number 84. He died first. And then we had the guy who was part of 9/11, Dick Cheney. He died at 84. The same day, or a few days later, on 11/9, the former commissioner of the NFL died during the Berlin game at 84. Then a girl named Kirkland died at 84.
I sent that to you. Was it? No, it wasn't Sally Kirkland. Was it Sally?
Sally Kirkland, yeah.
Yeah, Sally Kirkland.
And then another woman died, Elizabeth Franz. She died.
Yeah.
But remember,
that was the one I sent you because I saw the 84 and I was like, Cody, you and I talked about this yesterday.
And then Jesse Jackson, he's in his deathbed at 84, apparently, and he's born on the day leaving 84 days in the year.
Oh, man.
So why are they giving us all these 84s all of a sudden? Like, before that, I can't remember in a long time ever talking about somebody dying at 84. I hadn't had it in a long time. I cover the news every day, and I didn't remember in the last 2 years. I can't remember covering maybe even one person that died at 84. And now all of a sudden, all these people are dropping dead at 84. And
yeah, we've lost count.
Especially one of them was connected to 9/11 specifically. And this guy, Dick Cheney, was born the year of Pearl Harbor. So this guy who died at 84 literally connects to both 9/11 perfectly, and he was born the year of Pearl Harbor. So I just look at this stuff as clues. Is this a clue that there's some importance to this 84th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah.
Obviously there is, because it's 9/11/01 days after, and another big fact, and this is all I'll say to finish it off, Donald Trump's Mercury birthday is this day, and that is huge because
what Mercury?
It'd be like Mercury return. It'd be like the same placement.
Well, no, like what number though?
Well, it
'Cause,
would be every 88 days, approximately 88 days is a year on Mercury, right? So that's
right.
so basically as soon as someone's born, you start measuring in periods of 88 days.
Mhm.
So Trump turns 330 Mercury years on this day, on this exact day. And why is that important? Well, I can just go back 88 days because again, 88 days is a Mercury year. So what happened 88 days exactly before Pearl Harbor Day this year? Charlie Kirk was shot.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Gee.
So Charlie Kirk was shot on Trump's Mercury birthday. That should tell you something's important there. Just so happened to land on Trump's Mercury birthday.
So in other words, Cody, really quick. So in other words, like the first most basic thing we were able to point out, right, when the Charlie Kirk thing happened was, oh, you go back to Trump's birthday, 88 days, we know all about the Trumps and the 88s, right? Whoa,
Yeah.
crazy. Clearly something here. You're telling me you fast forward 88 days forward and we land on Pearl Harbor Day?
Yeah, exactly. And
Dude. Wow.
it would be exactly two. So it's actually an interesting alignment because you don't always have your Mercury birthday on your real birthday. So I don't know if that makes sense. Because
Well,
you
because
measure
88 days doesn't always mesh with 30 or 31 days, right? So there's going to be a mix and match.
well,
Things
that's what I
aren't
mean.
like it's not going to be perfect.
That's what I mean is
for
Trump's
the
birthday,
calendar we've given us. Yeah.
but Trump's birthday, the Charlie Kirk shooting was perfect because it not only fell on Trump's lifetime Mercury birthday of, well, let me just go back so you can see what it was. So Trump's birth to the shooting was exactly 320. It was his 329th Mercury birthday. So 329 times 88 days, right? So that's how many days he was alive. 329 times 88. Well, what made this even more perfect is that it was also 88 days after his Earth birthday. And that alignment is improbable for that to happen on that day because it's not always going to align like that.
Right.
It's not always going to be 88.
Exactly. The Earth is on a different cycle than Mercury and the moon and all these
Right.
other cycles. It just so happens to fall perfectly, to your point, 88 days Earth years with what you were just, yeah.
Yeah, it just so happens to fall on his actual Mercury birthday is 329, and it just happened to fall 88 days after his Earth birthday, which is one Mercury year.
Oh
So
my
it
God.
was the most perfect day for them to do a Mercury ritual. And what is Mercury? The trickster. What was that whole thing? It was a big trick.
Mhm.
Like it's the perfect day if you're going to do anything with Trump and his, remember, Charlie Kirk was all connected with Trump. So it was the perfect day. Let's put it that way. And then we just go 88 days later and we land on this day, which just happens to be 9/11/01 days after the United States was founded. So I don't understand how it gets more like, and there's way more. It's 127 days after Vance's birthday and it's 12/7.
Well, hey, Cody, I'll pause you
So
right there because that's freaking like overwhelming for me. Even I feel like I can take in a lot of information, but like what you're doing is so blatantly obvious. Like people need to know this. A lot of it though, I feel like fell right in line. TJ, like your thoughts on kind of what Cody was sharing because I'm learning so much anytime you guys are talking about these types of alignments.
Equals 330 in Sumerian gematria.
What does? Sorry?
Satan.
330
Yeah,
Satan
330.
does, huh?
Oh yeah, it's
in
55
Sumerian.
times 6.
In Sumerian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 55 times 6. There you go.
Wow.
So there's your 330. Yeah.
That was Joe Biden's dollar code was like
Oh no.
330.
He just brought up this. I got to show him. Does he know this, AJ? Did you tell him this?
I don't think no.
Maybe
no.
I just know it.
No, not at all. I haven't talked to TJ in several weeks.
Yeah.
That's
All
why
right.
I'm so excited that we reconnected.
We got to measure from Joe Biden's birthday to a few days before this December 7th date, and we're going to see something crazy.
Yeah, the text code. See what that 330 Let's go.
So just 3 days before, so that's interesting. 3 days before this December 7th date, Joe Biden turns his tax code. That's also 3 days before Trump
Yeah.
turns 330 Mercury years, and this number is 30,330. Think about that.
Yeah. And you know about Trump's text code?
Yeah,
It's,
88022.
and mega equals 22 in
Right. Yeah.
reduction.
Yeah. MAGA 22
Or in ordinal. Jeez.
and Trump 88. So, yeah, I mean, I think Trump had I don't know. Trump had an interesting alignment with his 8822. I had done a decode on that before. I can't remember it now, but yeah, I mean, just the fact that Biden turns his text code on this day. I mean, I'm just gonna say it right now. If Biden drops dead, or they say he drops dead on this date, I'm gonna lose it. I'm just gonna lose it.
Oh,
He was oh never mind. I was about to be like, his numerology is 92, but that was his birthday there. But yeah.
Yeah, he has the same numerology date as Obama, actually, 92.
And you kept saying 8/4. That's Obama's birthdays.
Right.
on the
Yeah.
board.
yeah.
And Biden's born on the day leaving 41 days in the year, which is that's Pearl Harbor. And of
That's
course,
the
Biden
Fool's-
born in
It's all the
42.
to me. It's all the Joker code. It's the April Fools, and then the Joker equals 92.
Mhm.
So it's like, and then he's like the 41 days, the 4/1 April Fools. That's all I see. That's like the codes I see a lot, where it's
Yeah.
like you just see these codes and you can't. I was about to say, I'm like, yo, can I bring this up? I'm glad I waited because it's just like I always thought that. I was
I
like,
just wanted to smack TJ
yo.
with this because I've never talked to you, TJ, about Ernest Goes to Camp or any of those movies.
No,
But I brought it up with Cody the
got
other
this
night, and
instantly. I was gonna make that joke like when his face was up. I was gonna make that joke. It's like, anyone else think he looks like Ernest, like on steroids and freaking?
but like he slimmed down so much that like you can almost see him back to original form.
Like, I'm
Dude,
not usually
he died right before 9/11. Just so you know, Cody. Like if you look up Jim Varney's death, it's like 2000, 2001. It's like right before. And notice Jim Varney, JV. It's kind of like JC. Jesus Christ. Jim Caviezel. I don't know. I'm just spitting right now.
Well, Jim is James, so that's a huge name, James.
Yeah. This is just a really funny yet very, like, to me, I was like, wow, this is a really good one. You know, am I pushing that they're the same person? No, not really. But it's just a funny.
There's probably something in between their
wow.
birthdays.
That's what I'm saying. There's more connections with them other than whether or not they're the same person. That's not even what I'm getting at. I'm just saying, like, wow, that's a really good one. I laughed because I saw a meme that said, this is, in other words, I'm going to show Ernest and tell my kids that this was John Cena. And I thought that was hilarious.
Jim Varney died in what says to be on February 10th.
Wasn't it like White House?
White House, Tennessee.
Yeah, Cody.
White House, Tennessee.
Cody, I was meaning to tell you that. I'm sorry, dude, for not telling you.
He has
Jim Varney, born in White House.
No, deceased in White House.
Oh, that's where he was.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
He was born in Lexington,
Kentucky, right where the whole UPS 9/11 stuff happened. Wow.
Well,
June 15th.
Yeah, he's born one day after Trump.
Once again, Jim Varney. We're talking about, right? We're talking about Jim Varney, or are we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim Varney. Yeah. So I don't see anything specific on John Cena here, but maybe there's something more if you look at it.
Yeah, just he's done a lot of goofy movies. There might be one right out there that's
he kind of is the modern day Ernest, like in a little bit.
He kind of is, right? Yeah. Like John Cena used to be this badass military man, and then all of a sudden now he's like in the Barbie movie, and he's running out on stage naked. That was the other thing, Cody, was like, have you done any more research on like the date of that event? Because I feel like that was such a big thing.
Which one?
Where the one when John Cena ran out to give an award or something, but he was naked.
No, I haven't looked at that much. No.
But that like, there's got to be something there, dude. I don't have anything. I wasn't trying to lead you on. I'm just saying, like, that whole thing. Like, John Cena's been around for a very long time, and that was one of those moments where I was like, whoa, like, why is he of all people doing that? You know,
2024 Oscars is what that was.
yeah, I was gonna say it was last year, so it wasn't like, you know how these things happen like a year prior. You know, oh, the 94th. Did you see? Was that the 94th? So now we're tying back into the
96th.
96. Sorry,
but it was on March 10th, which.
Oh, that's Bad Bunny's birthday.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Oh my!
And it's also Justin Herbert's birthday.
You know what? It's also Osama,
Right.
Osama bin Laden's birthday too.
Yeah,
there you go. Wow.
So yeah. I mean, that's interesting. It was on Bad Bunny's birthday, right? Like, and Osama bin Laden's.
But, yeah, I mean, with all that other stuff, for sure.
I'm just wondering how many days that is until. I just want to look and see how many days it is until the December 7th, or his retirement even. Oh, it's interesting. I already see something right here. It's 9/11. Look at that.
Hold on. What are we measuring?
This is from the day he was naked to Pearl Harbor Day, 9/11.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hello? Anybody? Is anybody?
Look at the years and days. It's 1273 if you add the span. 1273. Okay. Well, that's the moon lunation that this is. It's in the moon's lunation count is 1273 on this day. And it's going to be 1 year, 273 days since that. Also, it was the 70. I know why they did it that day. It was the 70th day of the year, guys. This is the John Cena code. It's clear they did it that day because of this. Look. It was the 70th day of the year. John Cena, on the 70th day of the year, he's naked. Well, when's John Cena retiring? He's retiring on the 13th of December, right? What's the date numerology that day? 70.
70. There you go.
So this is a huge number with him. Like in the Vatican equals 70. Francis equals 70. John Cena became the 17-time world champion one day or just hours before Francis died, right? I've talked about that. It's all about the killing moon. The song from Donnie Darko called "The Killing Moon" by Echo and the Bunnymen.
Right. Shout out Rambo.
Yeah, it equals 70. That's probably one of my favorite decodes I ever did. If anyone wants to go check out my videos, the Killing Moon decode is just crazy to me. It's all about the number 70. But yeah, I mean that is the fact that it's 9/11 from that day too, and we just measured to the United States being 9/11/01, and then John Cena's 1776 that day.
And it's Twin Towers, and his twin is Ernest.
What about Ernest?
Because it's twins. He's twins with Jim Varney, so Twin Towers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The whole twin.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I wasn't sure if there was something about Ernest and twins, but no, but TJ, really quick, I'm gonna say no, but you brought up a good point. Like John Cena has kind of turned into an Ernest character.
Yeah.
Like 100%. If you think about it, like he's turned into a very goofy, like
I'm the goofy
kind of just flamboyant, kind of character, right? He used to be a really badass, like, look at my muscles wrestling dude. And then over the years, right? Like you don't see The Rock doing the shit that John Cena does.
A little bit, because they both
okay,
Kevin
but
Hart
you get my point. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure Cody has his own opinion too.
Yeah, but The Rock doesn't look like Ernest. It's like John Cena looks like Ernest.
well, you know what? The Rock's starting to look like Ernest. Have you seen how like skinny he got and like sunken face? It's nuts.
Quit eating
But
children. Yeah.
the Ozempic, right? But
I
yeah,
mean,
sorry, Cody.
I'll
Go
tell you
ahead.
one person that hasn't gotten skinnier. That's Brock Lesnar. That dude, he's even bigger than he used to be. That dude is. Oh, and guess what? Brock Lesnar. It'll be another day to watch in the future. He's not born. He's born not so far apart from it. He's born the same year as Cena. In fact, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Tom Brady, all born in 1977. I believe that was 201 years after the United States was founded. So that's a huge year. And anyway, Brock Lesnar will turn 1776 days old next year on that March eclipse. So there's something with Brock Lesnar because he came back tonight on John Cena's last match on Raw. They brought Lesnar back because Lesnar always destroys Cena. Right, Lesnar destroyed Cena a few months ago when they fought, like absolutely destroys him. So like, there's a huge connection there with those two, and it just makes me wonder what that means when Lesnar turns that age. I don't know, but another thing.
So really quick, Cody, before I forget, I got to ask you this question. So with what you were saying, you said that Lesnar owns Cena, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So and Cena is about to have like one of his biggest, or like his send off, right? Like his Super Bowl, would you say? Like in world wrestling, John Cena is about to exit. Like it'll be his last match ever, right?
Yeah.
We don't know yet who he's fighting, or do we?
We don't, because they're having a tournament to decide this. So,
is Lesnar in the picture?
I don't think.
Could it be one of those things where it's like, oh my God, Lesnar just mops the floor with Cena every time, and now it's like a David versus Goliath kind of thing, like for Cena's final.
Knowing what I know about WWE and how they do things, since they just had Cena literally get destroyed by Lesnar. What in Lesnar's not a new talent, so what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to use Cena's last match to give the rub to another young superstar to make another star, right? So that's the whole point of it. I don't think Brock Lesnar's even in the tournament, at least not yet. He hasn't been, and it's almost. I think there's only one more day left where there's, and I don't think he's in it. So I think it will possibly be Gunther, the Austrian wrestler who's up and coming. He's a good wrestler. I don't know if that's, I don't know what that, but Gunther makes the most sense because Gunther he equals Saturn in gematria. Saturn is time. John Cena's retiring because he's getting old, right? Time, father time. So there's this. It would make perfect sense to have Gunther, because Gunther just retired Goldberg earlier this year. It was Goldberg's last match. You know Goldberg, right? The famous wrestler. He's the guy who used to bash his head on the.
Oh yeah. The only Goldberg I know is from Mighty Ducks.
That Goldberg, yeah, that Goldberg I know too. That, yeah.
Talk about losing weight. The actor, that kid, man, poor guy.
Did he lose weight?
No. Did you ever see it? Goldberg, the original goalie in Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, of course.
Chubby kid, right?
Yeah, but he lost weight, is what you're saying.
Well, if you don't know what I mean now at this point, Cody, I would say just look up Goldberg Mighty Ducks actor now in Google, and you'll see it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do it right now for everybody. Might as well. News flash for anybody that loved the Mighty Ducks. You guys can think about Goldberg. Well, I'm about to ruin what you remember as a child. But
no, is this him now?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like how he looks. Like, of course he's had, criminal issues, and this isn't me bagging on him. It's just a sad story. It's just,
Whoa, that's him now?
Yeah. He was a huge addict with a lot of stuff. He dropped a ton of weight. I mean, he was essentially a skeleton.
Well, he
it
looks
was
good.
just a very interesting story about
He
him.
looks good there in the left, but you can obviously tell something happened here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you scroll around like that, there's actually worse photos of him. Like I think when he like first.
I think that one says enough.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not here to drag him through anything. It's just like just showing, wow, like that's my childhood, and you think about like I think about him in that movie and Heavyweights, and I'm like Goldberg and Whoopi Goldberg, the enthused dream says. Yeah, no, it's just it's like this happy stuff, like a very bubbly guy in the roles that he played, and it's just really sad to kind of see how these particular people that bring us so much joy, when you kind of once again peel the curtain back and hang loose on the news, and you look back, you go, wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate because that was literally my favorite movie as a kid. The Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks movies were my at least
Classic.
50% of my childhood, which is
What
saying
what
a lot.
about Heavyweights though? Did you guys like Heavyweights? Did you guys watch Heavyweights? You know what I'm talking about?
Heavyweights?
Like
Yeah,
like
the
where they
movie
go to the
Heavyweights.
camp,
Yeah,
where
the
the
fat
kids they
camp
go to the
Heavyweights
camp. Yeah, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
with Ben
Yeah.
Stiller, and the same actor who played Goldberg. I'm forgetting his name already, but Cody, you never saw that?
I know it, but it was not like
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that movie is so good.
Yeah, I remember like
It's
watching
great.
it when I was young, like having a hoot.
Yeah, it was that's another classic. But anyways, what are we doing here? We're hanging loose on the news, so we're just shooting the shit. But yeah, so like we were looking at what is this? This past Academy Awards, right? 96th.
Yeah. Yeah, the only other thing left to say about that date right now is that it's the kill date, and Trump was shot on the kill date, and so was Charlie Kirk. So I mean, 2 for 2 there on the kill date being a day for something that happened. So we'll see.
As we have 17 viewers.
Oh yeah, 17. Huh?
Got him.
But
to me, it always goes back to the Joker for me, because Joker equals 59 when 59 is the 17th prime.
Yeah, so Tej, I know you were telling me before we jumped on, like there was some Joker stuff that you wanted to cover.
Well, no, I was like, no, I want to really, really get into it, but basically, I know it has to do with it, like the circus and all that is connected to France, and then Wembanyama played on a team that was called like Metro 92 or something, was like the team that was the club he played for in France, and then the Joker equals 92, and it's just like, yeah, it goes deep, and basically, and then he's called the aliens, and then how it's like connected to you can connect the Joker to the aliens and stuff.
Well, what's nuts too that you brought up Wemby, because you and I talked offline too briefly about Area 51. They're calling San Antonio Area 51, but they're not saying that San Antonio was founded on 5/1. And Cody, shout out to what was it, Golden Age Deception. Shout out to you, brother, for calling in and us having that conversation about Wemby, because one thing, TJ, you really gotta like lean into this, bro, because this is insane. Wemby's connection to 9/11 with everything that we've been talking about with Cody is nuts. Think about how he wears the number 1, and there's a lot, but once again, it's a very simple connection that is just so mind-blowing. And Cody, what was it again exactly? Like Victor Wembanyama's full name is 3 out of 4 match with World Trade Center.
Basically,
2 became 0, became 1. He wears number 1, right? He's now the next biggest man between Tim Duncan and the Admiral, who are the Twin Towers, those kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
yes. Well, the team was, sorry to interrupt. The team was called Mets. So the Mets 92, and it had a 92 in it for no reason, which is 9/11 still with the 911. Sorry, but they're called Mets, like New York Mets, like. crazy.
Who were the Mets? Wait,
that was the club he played for in France.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That. I'm sorry. But yeah, Cody, go ahead, please.
Sorry. Yeah, continue.
No, it's no problem. Like I was just gonna say, like, as far as like explaining this right now, it's a lot. Well,
It is
I
a
don't
lot,
even,
but
I
just
don't even remember it all myself, honestly. But
that's okay.
because there's some crazy connections that need to, like, if you, I think he was drafted. Oh man, I can't remember half of it right now, probably because I'm tired. But the main point is he represents the One World Trade Center. That's the gist of it, and the numbers point to that.
Oh, that makes sense. I like that. I can just like see that. You don't even need the numbers. It's like I trust you did the math. But that just like makes sense, like symbolically.
Yeah, well, yeah, and once
Think about how there were the Twin Towers in San Antonio with David Robinson and the Admiral. That ends, right? And who did they beat? They beat New York, the Twin Towers, all that stuff. And then to Cody's point, now Wemby is coming up as the one tower. You had the Twin Towers, now you have the one tower, right? That's the right. Cody, did I botch much there? It was just kind of my own 2 cents on it. I'm sorry. I think you might have muted yourself, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I did mute myself, but that just what you said there alone, AJ, I mean, that's definitely a good summary of it. I mean, and like what what TJ said, you know, it's just the symbolism itself, you can kind of easily see it, right? I don't even know where I have this, but I mean, it's here somewhere. I'm getting to the point where I have
It's all good, man. I mean, I don't want you to feel like you got to dig up your whole presentation on it. I just wanted to, because TJ is a big basketball fan like I am, so I know that he would quickly be like, "Yeah, Wemby, what you got?" Right, and just kind of pointing that out. And I know TJ was like, "Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. The One World Trade Center, Wemby, you know."
Yeah,
so
and that's the
he's
thing
he's already getting it for sure.
I'm just wondering why I can't remember it that well either. It's like I almost want to pull it up just so I can at least remind myself of it.
Well, I would say just keeping it simple. You can just type in Victor Wembanyama and type in One World or World Trade Center, right? And perfect overlap. So
yeah, okay. Here it is. I don't know if you guys can see my screen still or not, but
yeah, we can see it. We're good.
Yeah, so I mean, Tim Duncan.
Right, that makes sense. Sorry,
So yeah, he's born. Look at this. He's born 9/11/01 days flipped after Tim Duncan, right? So, if we just take the number here and we flip it, which I don't know why it's not letting me do that right now. It's weird. But yeah, if you could rotate this, why is it not letting me do that? That is so weird. You get what I mean, though. If you flip this, it's 9/11/01, and this is the amount of days that he's born after Duncan.
Look at that, Tej.
Yeah,
that is wow, dude. Like, yeah, and this is all shout out to Golden Age Deception again. He pointed out Wembanyama's 322nd day of his age is 11/20 this week. Cody,
yeah, I remember that.
Make a little note of that, just in case.
I actually had that noted down. I noticed that when I was doing research with him.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you to Golden Age Deception. He's the one that really got all this started.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, we didn't find this ourselves. Golden Age called in the rare times that I open up the phone line. If there was more demand for the phone line, I'll open it. But until I hear from more people, then we'll keep it as it is. But yeah, Tej, seriously, dude, look at this shit. The Twin Towers. Now you got the one tower, and then you got this connection, and more to come.
846 days after the towers went down at 846. How about that?
That to me is the biggest one right there.
And then 1 day short.
Hold on. Can you emphasize that 846 again, really quick? Because that's a big one right there.
Well, because the towers fell, or the tower was hit at 8:46 a.m., right? And then Wemby was born 846 days later. And then
like, are you serious?
January
Right
4th,
there,
10,
like,
10/4, or no, that's 1/4. Never mind. Sorry.
yeah, January 4th, 2004 is his birthday.
like,
And then
dude, the code ends there. In my opinion, that is the most mind blowing thing with everything
well,
else.
no,
So
because
I'm just
think
saying,
about it
Cody,
though.
that's amazing.
The
That's amazing.
construction of the one World Trade Center happened 845 days after his birth. And the reason I believe it's 1 day short is because he represents the one. And the tower that's getting built here is the one. So you're 1 day off, right? You're 1 day short of 846.
That goes back to the Khalil, right? Or the Kalel, or the rule of Kalel that you talked
Right.
about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So how perfect is that though? He's born right in the middle, essentially, of the tower and the new one getting started, right? So and it's the 846, and that was what I have found initially. That was the first thing I found was this, and then I was like, okay, well, I know there's something here.
As right now, we are at 1 hour 56 minutes.
Of course. And then he was drafted 21 years, 9 months, 11 days after 9/11. That's essentially the same numerology as the date. 9/11, 2001 is like 21. So he was drafted 21 years, 9 months, 11 days after, which is also 21 years, 285 days. This is the key here. He was drafted 285 days after 9/11. Well, the One World Trade Center is at 285, Fulton. So
Wait. No, 21 years, 285 days after 9/11.
but after the anniversary of 9/11.
Right. Okay. I was like, wait, 285 days later, he was he even born yet? Sorry, I forgot about the years. I forgot about the year.
Yeah, I mean the years is important too because I think the 21 years represents the 2001, the 2-1, right? Because that's how much. I mean, if you read it backwards, 11/9/21, that's the year. That's the date essentially. So, and so the 285.
Hey, sorry, go ahead, Cody, really quick. I got something else teed up, and then we can kind of wrap it up with a visual I have for everybody.
No, I can stop there, but this is the last thing. He was born. He was drafted when he was 7,109 days old. That's the 911th prime.
Oh my god, dude!
So after all that, and then he's drafted.
7109, 11th, 9/11th prime.
I'm like, dude, that is the anchor at the bottom of the ocean for me, right there. You can't tell me anything else, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, but on top of that, let me just kind of start wrapping it up by showing the image here. Hold on. I saw this on Instagram and I was like, oh my god. Whether it's even real or not. Have you seen this stuff coming out about just Wemby's feet? Look at this.
Yeah, wow.
Look at this. And shout out to Tom Zames. You know, he's mentioned comments and stuff about like Nephilim and
exactly.
like more like so Tej, any thoughts in that? Goes back to the Joker, huh?
The clowns.
The
DMD clowns. The Nephilim part of it.
Care to elaborate?
Fred
Durst.
No, it's like simple Google's like Nephilim clowns and stuff. It's like the underworld too, and it's like even it and stuff. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
So
were the Nephilim actually just clowns? Like it's like there's
could you maybe keep it high level? Just very simply put, like, is Wemby a human in your opinion? Is he a human being? Yes or no? Maybe he's he's gotten certain injections, but like
a ball and
your
a hoop
thoughts on somebody like this human being.
So a ball and a hoop is a very accessible sport worldwide, played amongst the world everywhere. There's only like 440 NBA players every season. That like maybe the total like for everyone that plays in the NBA that season is like 500, 600, but it's low considering how many people play basketball. So I think that the top athletes are created. Essentially, this is like he's straight up just creative player. Like however they're doing it, he's straight up creative player. There's no other way. Like there's no other way to explain it.
Out of a lab of some sort.
Yes. Well, that's the whole rumor with it is like in the ghettos, it's like straight out the lab. It means that they were like taken to the underground and like worked on in the lab. But then they also get bread for it. It's like Otani's in the same like from a different whatever factory, like Wembanyama's from a factory, like they're it's like the parents plus like whatever else, like Brock Lesnar's aren't just walking around, like
yeah. I mean, there's a lot out there, right? As far as a lot of freaks of nature, so to speak. But like this is kind of next level in my opinion. Victor Wembanyama, this is nothing that we've ever seen before.
That's why it's like,
in my opinion, like in the world of sports.
He's the most creative. It's so fun to watch because it's like when you would play the video games and you create the 7'5", 100-pound guy that can shoot, and you'd be like trolling or whatever. That's why it's so good. He's just like like best.
That's the guy that you go and create a player, and you're like, I'm going to make him 7'6", and I'm going to make him light as a feather, and I'm going to make him 100% from 3, and I'm going to make him be able to just dunk on everybody.
Threes and blocks, like pretty much just like that's those only 2 stats. Yeah, he's just like 7 blocks a game. Like
I'm laughing because that is what we used to build virtually in a video game, and then now here we are literally talking about the same individual in our real world that we live in that has feet like this. I mean,
but then at the same time, I was like, what else would his feet have looked like?
Well, no, that's fair, right? Like, I don't know. It's just
that
bone. You know how it is over here, TJ. Toe. We're just shooting the shit over here.
The bone from leg to toe is crazy. Like the big toe, like from the big toe, that bone up to like the ankle is insane.
That's like my forearm, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
But I don't know. I've probably had this foot up too long.
That has to be a slightly photoshopped, unless they are that.
You
big.
would think, right? Oh, hopefully, I just screenshotted from Instagram.
Although I don't know,
this is where I got it. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
I've got homies that are like 6'8", 6'7", and they got big feet.
6'7",
6'7", yeah.
Yeah, we want to talk about that, or should we just end it?
I might have mentioned it when you dipped away for a second. I just said it has to do with water. That's all I said.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, once again, San Antonio founded on May 1st, same founding day as the Illuminati. And now they're being called Area 51 because of Castle number 5 and Wemby number 1.
And they had to keep Fox sidelined, and then Castle could shine. And then that even just adds to the single tower, because it's not like a duo. It's just like, it's the tower, like it's the One World Trade Center. I don't know. It's the tower.
And then it makes me think of a castle. Yeah, a castle is another building, right? Yeah. So this guy Castle is now being put into the equation of 5'1". Maybe we'll start that trend right now. 5'1", Area 51. I don't know. I think I'm funny. But yeah, Castle. I mean, I think that wordplay right there fits very well with everything we talked about with Wemby,
It seems like the joke is they're the victors in the castle, like the royalty, like his name is Victor. Like, think about it. His name is Victor, like victory. Like, he's the victor, right?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, isn't it funny that they're being sponsored by Self? Is that still a thing? Are they still being sponsored by Self? Because that's a very interesting esoteric connection. They both have Self stamped right on there.
Yeah, it's about the self. Yeah, like the Yeah, it's clearly like a very deep. That's very deep. I could say that right there. That self on there is like the self, the
I don't know if that's 100%. Can somebody confirm that that's the? But either way, like I just found this Google searching it, so I don't know if they still are being sponsored by Self, but yeah, to your point, Cody, like that's pretty right in your face.
yeah. I
Black
mean,
and white, they wear black and white, kind of the whole yin and yang of life. Self. Spurs, the U. Hey, that's the other one, Cody. I'll probably bring that up with Rambo tomorrow, but the Spurs and the U. They also have the upside down pentagram. So they have the W. Have you thought about that? The double U connection. They have the upside down pentagram at the bottom where the Spur logo is, and it's also a big U. Right underneath a big U, which is like, the cuff of your shirt or your jersey. That's crazy.
The U being right in the center, but also having that spur on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm saying that bottom part, that bottom star, it's a upside down pentagram, is what it is.
Well, yeah, but what I'm thinking there is that you have the self, right? The I am, and then you have the
Saturn Nike logo right next to it.
Well, the you, the I and you, like it's like a reference to duality, but also a
Oh my
reference to
God.
unity.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Oh, the IU. And you and I have talked about the IOU, right? We've
Right.
done that on those kind of love themed streams about the IOU, but sorry, go ahead.
But it's about the separate self. It's about distinguishing between living in a world of separateness or living in a world of unity. Like there's clear symbolism here of that. Like the you and I. When we talk about duality, we talk about yous and I's. It's I and you, right? It's either me or you, it's I or you. Whether it's your enemy or whether it's your friend, it's me and it's you. It's I or it's you.
Mhm.
So the fact that the you is right in the center, right? Exactly in the center, and it's right above the one on Wemby, right? And it's right
Mhm.
below the self. I mean, it's like clear, like it reminds me a lot of the Maya, the self, the all that stuff. So like, yeah, I mean, I could go deep on this, but I'm a bit too tired to do that. But when I was doing the Wemby decode, I noticed that, and I was like, well, I could probably do a whole decode just on what's on their shirt there.
Just that IU connection, bro. Like that is wow. I never thought about that. So, and once again, I don't know if they're still being sponsored by Self. I'm gonna have to check. But hey, one other thing before I forget, Cody, and we sign off. Think about Steve Kerr, right? We've talked about the flooding in Texas earlier this year in Kerrville and all that stuff. Steve Kerr playing for the Spurs, right? Did you ever look into Steve Kerr's nickname?
No.
Just on College Basketball Reference or whatever, his nickname is Ice.
Really?
His nickname's Ice, and what arena do the Spurs play in, or who at least used to be on the jersey advertising with the Spurs? Frost Bank.
Oh,
Frost Bank.
interesting.
Yeah, so there's this like ice frost. I will say
Freezing the banks, yeah.
freezing the yeah. So
I'm telling you, at some point there's going to be a banking freeze. I do not see that not happening. There's going to be a point in history. I don't know if it's going to be this year. It's going to be in the next 10 years.
2027. 227. 22 divided by 7 is pi, and I brought that up a few times.
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
because I've been seeing a lot of symbolism pointing to 2027. So, and guess what just happened tonight? So, on wrestling, there was underdogs. I can't wait to share this with Rambo tomorrow. There was a girl that won the championship tonight, and she was wearing green and yellow, and she was the biggest underdog ever. Just wait till I share this with Rambo, man.
You got to be kidding me.
She was wearing green and yellow tonight when she won her championship as the underdog. She finally won the championship.
Oh,
But anyway,
shit.
her last name in Czech, she's got a Czech last name, or it's like Czech or somewhere in that area. It means like frozen or something. I looked it up earlier and I was like, it means, I can't remember exactly the translation, but it means like something like frozen. So I was like, well, that's interesting. But her name that she wrestles under is Maxine Dupree, which is interesting. But anyway, her real name is I can't even pronounce.
You haven't told Rambo about that yet?
Oh no, I was just gonna wait till tomorrow. I just found it out
Okay.
now. It
Oh
just happened
man,
tonight, so.
he's gonna love that one, dude. Wow.
Yeah. I noticed it. I almost didn't see it, but yeah, it comes from her name. Her last name is Schmerli. It starts with a Z, but it means frozen in Czech. So there's more themes with the freezing stuff. So and the ice stuff that's going on right now. And did you see the Charlotte stuff that's going on? They're literally running Operation Charlotte's Web, and I just did all kinds of decodes about how Charlie Kirk was connected to Charlotte's Web. And then now this is what in Charlotte, North Carolina, which Charlotte is another form of Charlie. Carolina is another form of Charlie or Charles, and they're running Operation Charlotte's Web. I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous.
Dude, I feel like you could write a book on just all the Charlie connections. Yeah. Charlie, Charlotte, Carly.
And it grows every day.
Yeah,
it grows every day. Yeah. Because
I can't unsee it now with all of your work. I'm like, oh my God, there's
Chucky.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got through Halloween season and Chucky. Throw that in there.
Yeah, and WWE has a Charlotte. Charlotte, she's like, yeah, she was involved in the show tonight.
Dude, Happy Gilmore 2, the main actress is Charlotte, or like the supporting actress or whatever. That's the character's name is Charlotte.
There is a Charlie or Charlotte in almost every show or entertainment thing. Every time I look at anything, there's always a Charlie or Charlotte or Charles somewhere, or Carla or Carlos.
Yeah, Charlie smoking cigars.
Charlie Brown
on the plane. Charlie.
Charlie. See. Charlie,
see?
Yeah.
It's such a name like that, though. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charles, see? Or we call him Charlie around here, eh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got to get the Canadian. Hey, why don't you give me some poutine, eh, Charlie? Huh?
Well, I don't know if poutine was around then. Poutine's French anyways, wouldn't work.
Whatever. Put in or poutine. There was some running joke about, do you pronounce it poutine or Putin or
Putin? It's like Putin or
Putin. There was like every way you pronounce it, it's hilarious. Putin, put in, Poutine. What is it? I'm sorry.
I thought
curds
and gravy, funny. Man. Fries, cheese, curds, and gravy. It's good on a cold day. It's good on a cold day, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look out at Charlie. To wrap it up here, let's see. Bones Jones says, Happy Gilmore 2, 2002, Skull and Bones 2002. Okay.
Well, we're in and again, it goes to the Joker because the 202nd prime number is 1231. 1231, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve in cardology or cardomancy is the Joker day. So all of 2020s are a Joker era because it's all 2021, 2022. Like, so next we have the Joker love, the lovers. So like 2026 is the 2026. It's going to be like the like Harley Quinn and the Joker. It's why Lady Gaga was in the Joker and stuff. It's all what 2026 is going to be about for sure. It's going to be a lot of love going on that year kind of thing.
Well, I've been building up the love themes as much as I can. I mean, it's kind of phased out, at least from what I've seen, but maybe it's because I'm just
it'll come back because remember it was like the last, not this season, but the season before, the first game was the two quarterbacks were Love and Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like Love hurts, and then Love got hurt in that game.
Yeah, that was like the most like in your face thing.
Yeah.
like that.
And nobody bats an eyelash. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, is Love okay?" And nobody like looks around for a second and goes,
Love hurts.
yeah, they should have played the music right as it was happening, and like people are coming out. And I bet you, even then,
No.
the whole crowd wouldn't really change their tune. They would go, "This is very insensitive,"
And
like
that's, you know
not
what's
get
even
it.
crazier
Like,
about
you
that
know what
is
I mean?
that was in Corinthians Stadium in Brazil, and one of the most famous chapters in the book of Corinthians is the love chapter. Look it up. Corinthians 13 is the love chapter. It's like
Oh man,
it's just
do you have that
so.
up, Cody? Sorry.
No, I don't, but I do have this up.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I know.
So you know how they
Something
have
like
self
what people do.
on their jerseys, the San Antonio. Just why I have this here, I want to show you this.
Yeah.
Self, right? In
Atman.
Hinduism, the self is the Atman, which is eternal individual soul essence of a being that is ultimately identical to Brahma, the universe, the self, the universal self, the absolute reality, the true self, which is not the ego, while the ego is bound to the cycle of karma and reincarnation. Well, so get this, right? The San Antonio Spurs have self on their jerseys, right? Which is the Atman, right? Or the Brahma. Well, the football team in San Antonio is called the Brahmas.
Oh wow.
And they just traded him, but for the last like 4 years, they had like one of their plugs off the bench was like Mikel Brahim or something. His like last name was very much those letters.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
so
you talking about a basketball player on the Spurs?
Yeah, he's not. I think it's on the Bucks now, but he was or something. He's on a different team, but he was like
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure we were
third
talking
string backs, like third string small forward / point guard.
about. Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, like and just going back to like it's clearly The Rock actually owns this team, by the way, as in The Rock.
Hmm.
But yeah, so this clearly they're paying tribute to Hinduism in San Antonio. I'm not sure exactly why, but it's clear that they're doing that with their teams. But yeah, the love chapter, just to show this and then what real fast. Corinthians.
I think that's with like
13.
the aliens a bit because it's like I don't know, ancient alien stuff kind of is like the Hindu gods and stuff. Like it's like you
Probably.
saw these
Yeah,
blue
because
people and shit, like
yeah,
six-armed
that's a
blue
good
people
point.
and shit.
That's a good point
Yeah.
because usually the Hindu gods are blue, like aliens.
Yeah.
But yeah, Corinthians 13. It's this one. It's if I speak with tongues of men and all this, but yeah, it's all about love. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know that we prophesy in part, but when completeness comes, what is part disappears. So this is actually, it's just funny because this actually aligns with what I just said. This is the Brahma love, like charity, true love is God or God's love, whatever you want to call it. It's the self, it's the wholeness of everything. It's not the ego. It's the ego is temporary, finite, and right, but love never fails, or right, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. So anything that's temporary fades away, but love or the Brahma or the Atman, that is the universal everlasting self, or the ever present, right? Ever not created, not destroyed, always present, potential reality, right? So, but when completeness comes, it says what is in part or what is temporary or finite, right? That disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put away childhood behind me, for now we only see a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. So while you're in the ego, while you're in a fleshly body, you only know in part, you only know duality. But then when you
I was going
pass
to
away,
say really quick, when he says that he puts his childhood behind him, that's when he gets to see face to face, right? And it's that whole thing of like, yeah, we'll always be like children in a way, right? Like, I don't know about you, but I still feel like a child, even though I'm a grown ass man at this point. But like, my point is mentally getting past the childhood mindset of like everything that we were brought up in. Until you put that behind you, you can't see truly like what it is that we're all fighting, in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, well,
That's
it's
just my own little spin on it.
like I think
Not give up your childhood. I'm just saying you got to like let go of everything you thought you knew about the world.
well, a child when he's when someone is first born, they have no preconceived ideas.
Right.
They don't judge anything. That they're completely malleable. They're whatever they're exposed to, they believe or become.
Yeah. They're
But in the
sponges,
beginning,
right?
their innocence of not having any preconceived beliefs, that makes them pure. Whereas as they're raised, they become well, they become indoctrinated into whatever they're raised into. So then the question is, as they become an adult, do they put away those? Do they decide to look back at their childhood and become, instead of letting what they were raised to be? It depends on how you're raised too. I mean, your parents raise you good or they raise you bad, I guess. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, it all goes back to like the knowing or the consciousness or Christ, right? But like this, I think this chapter is mainly speaking of like a higher spiritual aspect where maybe it's not, when it says put away childish things, it's meaning put away the childish beliefs that there's such a thing as something that's separate or something that's in part, because it says right here, the next thing it says is, now I know in part, but then I shall know fully, and even as I'm fully known. So the key word here is knowing or known. There's a reason that I think there's a full reason it ends this whole paragraph with the word known, as in consciousness or knowing, pure knowing, which in itself is not it's not in part. It's, again, there's only one thing that every human being shares, and that's the knowing of their experience. I mean, if you asked every human being, there's only one thing that we all could agree on, that we all know, is that we know that we are. We know that we exist. We know that. Whether what we know about it is irrelevant, but we know that we are. So there's consciousness is the required substance of reality. Let's put it that way. And I don't mean any kind of consciousness that you can define. It's pure consciousness, so you can't even define it. It has to be there in order to experience anything. It's the background, it's the white page behind the art that's drawn on it. So that there has to be that. So knowing is that. And that's why there's that movie called Knowing, right? And that is based off the Hindu religion in a way. Now I know in part or partially. So I know things partially or separately, right? Partially means to divide something. Then I shall know fully whether you're, just like Jesus says in the Bible. He says, if your eye be single, your body shall be full of light. So if you know singly, or if you see the reality not as duality, but as non-duality, so fully known.
What are your thoughts on that, Tej? Because I know that there's obviously different ways to look at all this, but quite frankly, I mean, I fall very much in line with what Cody's been talking about. But
Yeah, it all comes down to oneness, but the reality around us is duality. But we ourselves are oneness. That's what Victor Wembanyama is trying to teach us.
Well, in
Kind
a
of
way,
though, like, yeah,
that
that's like
is.
that's their way of like getting around that,
one,
right? Like,
self one with a big U. Think about that. Self on his chest, you right in the center, and then one right in front of it. One, you, self. Think about
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Holy smokes!
Well,
I never thought about that. Like,
actually, that is a great way to put it, because
one you self right here on the chest. Like, how much? Wow.
well, again, read what it says here. In Hinduism, the self is that which is eternal, or the best way to describe that is that which is eternal or ever or always constant. And there's one thing that's constant in our experience, and that is the knowing of it, right? That's the one constant, and that's the individual, the seemingly individual soul or essence of the being that is ultimately identical to the Brahman. So when it says that, it should clarify that better. It says the individual soul, but there is no individual soul. There is it's individed. The word individual is, if you read it, it's individed. So it's something divided within the whole, right? So it's not even different from the whole. It's just a divided part of the whole. So an individual is just a divided part of the Brahma,
But
right?
when like indivisible means like you're not divisible.
There you go.
Right.
But you're in division, in divine, like division, divine. In that, I get that. But I teach that, or I would say that just about like prime numbers. It's like when you're in your prime, there's only two things that can divide you. That's you, yourself, or God, which is also like one. God is a oneness, right? So there's only two things that can stop you when you're in your prime. Like prime numbers is yourself or God. Those are the only two things that can stop you.
Yeah. Like that ultimately, just ultimately, like thinking like that, like individed or indivisible, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's probably like what it's meant to be. Like the word individual itself
Like
has
it's like you
dual.
couldn't put me in the group, you couldn't put me in the Democrats or the Republicans, you couldn't put me in like whatever like factor. It's like I'm an individual, I'm indivisible, I'm not, you can't divide me into one of these other kind of
Right.
things. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then didn't used to say that when we do the Pledge of Allegiance. Isn't that one of the things we say? We used to say indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Isn't that one of the
And what else do? You put your hand over your heart, right? And you put it right over where it says self, right?
right?
It's like putting your own hand over your own heart yourself, right?
Right.
I just wanted to bring this image back up because, okay, we know what Wemby looks like, but look at his uniform, you guys. In light of what we're talking about, I mean, this is some pretty, like, it's deep,
First.
but it's so blatant. Like, look at this. Self, you, one, I, one, you, I am you, self. No, oh yeah, and then we got the Saturn symbolism in here too, which, you know, we know there's a layer to that as well. I'm just saying the obvious: self, you, I. Shout out to both of you guys. I never would have saw that, honestly.
There was a time earlier and you were like, TG, okay, and I was zoning out. And when I was revisiting in my memories when I was like in New York and went to like the buried World Trade Centers, which are like just inside out reverse black cubes. Because I was thinking about like Saturn and the black cube and all that, and then how cube equals 31 and the 31st prime number is 127.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I was tripping out about, and I like.
That's
But
right.
then when he said that, I completely left my mind, and I like just kind of remembered that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Pearl Harbor, 12/7, 31, which by the way is what Clay wears. We talked about that.
Yeah.
He talks about how he wears 31 because of Reggie Miller, which is bullshit. It's because it's the 11th prime, and that's the number he wore when he was with San Francisco. And once again, as a final reminder about the whole Clay thing,
yeah,
he left San Francisco to become a horse. We're now about to enter the horse year. Now he's dating Megan the Stallion, a horse. He's playing for the horse team, and now Megan the Stallion wants to go to the Super Bowl.
Isn't a stallion a
in
male
San
horse?
Francisco?
Is this
I don't know.
stallion is a male horse? A
it's
mare is a female horse. A stallion is a male horse.
It's just the horse themes, right? Like it's a week. The Super Bowl is on Clay's birthday, who's playing for the Mavs. He's dating Megan the Stallion. The Super Bowl's on Clay's birthday, and then a week after on Michael Jordan's birthday. Now it's the year of the fire horse. You know, that's my whole thing is like, that's just wild to me. Like, and then you brought up the water horse. That was that was when Cody came in. It was like, dude, this is nuts.
Stallion is a male horse that has not been castrated, and the term for a female horse is a mare. Yeah.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
So she should be the mare, but she's a stallion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just simple and flipping it around.
In other words, don't be surprised if you have Megan the Stallion show up while Bad Bunny before or after. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I'm just pointing this out because I've been talking about this whole thing ever since, news broke that Clay was dating Megan the Stallion as soon as he became a Maverick. You guys don't think that's weird? Like, come on.
But whatever you do with that information, a stallion is a male horse.
Yeah, exactly. Let's emphasize what TJ said about what the definition of a stallion is. So, anyways,
a male horse that has not been castrated.
There you go.
Weird.
But then, I guess at the end of it, TJ, can you elaborate any further on the water horse? It makes me think of the seahorse. That's kind of where this all started when Cody first jumped in.
And I can't like.
Okay.
I know what it is, and I can't think of it. I know the lore of what it means. I probably know the like Greek story about the water horse or this character. Or I know literally what this is. And just it's been on the tip of my. That's how I found that movie so quick though. Was because I was like, I have to figure out what this freaking means. So I started. Yeah.
And then you found it, and it came out on 2/8 in 2008. So like. Just this whole water horse thing now with Clay, you brought up the movie. It makes me think of a seahorse. That's a pretty easy thing for most people to remember, right?
Yeah. And then I thought maybe that was it, but no, there's something about the water horse, and it'll probably take a week before I remember it, before I figure out. I'll be like, oh no crap, that's the freaking water horse. I'll remember that one.
Two different things, but at the same time, two different things to think about. The seahorse and the water horse. How could they both be connected? Because clearly they are. I promise you that.
I have to go. Not to just cut it off, but I do have to go.
No, it's all good. It's getting late anyway. So, Tej, thank you so much. Yeah. I will salute you, my friend. Cody, you still out there? I'll say a final goodbye to you as well.
Good to meet you, Cody.
Good to meet you too, man. Good to get on here and just hang out for a bit, even though
that's what we're doing.
It's now 3 a.m.
But, it's only 1 for me.
Yeah, it's all good. We're just shooting the shit. So,
and somehow I got a splinter while I was sitting here talking to you guys. I have no idea how that even happened.
Oh geez, I'm bandaged up everywhere. I got a blood blister here. I had to rebandage it. It's gnarly. I hit my finger with the hammer, so you can see it.
Jeez.
Yeah, a big black thing, big blood blister. I don't know to pop it or not. I was leaving the band-aid on. Last time it happened, I didn't pop it, so I might keep with that. Or maybe
what were you doing with the hammer? What were you hammering?
I'm a carpenter a bit. Well, not officially, not by trade, but I do carpentry and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, I don't know how I did what I got, because I was literally just laying here in bed on the computer with you guys, and somehow I got a splinter. I just can't figure that out still to this.
Maybe you got it earlier and noticed it, because I noticed that happens with me sometimes. Like, what is that? And then I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it has to be it, because I was not doing anything here, so I don't know. But anyways, it was good talking with you, and good being on again with AJ. But we got to do this all over again tomorrow, right, AJ?
Well, yeah.
There you go.
I will see you tomorrow, Codes, on Eye to Eye. And hey, Tej, seriously, let's do our best to, every other week.
Get them numbers up. Yeah, we got to get our numbers up. We'll get there. All the numbers are going to go up.
I'll say this right now. You and I already talked about it. If it's not every other Monday, we'll just pop up when we pop up. Okay. And make sure to come hang out.
We'll be popping.
We'll be popping and hanging loose on the news. So, Cody, thank you very, very much for jumping in with us. That was a lot of fun. I mean, I could never expect that was the angle we were going to go with this, but mind-blowing stuff. So thank you very much, Codes, and obviously Tej. A sincere pleasure. I know it's been several weeks overdue, but I'm glad we made it happen. So thank you.
Heck yeah, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back on the horse. The water horse.
Thank you all for tuning in. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.